Hello everyone, welcome to IRC Super Season 7. We are here in Italy for the Italian Grand Prix. Of course, absolutely historic track, isn't it, around this incredible Temple of Speed, they call it, don't they? Around this 3.5 mile circuit. It's slightly longer than some of the other tracks that we've been to over the last couple of weeks or so. But this track, we are expected to be very, it's going to be fast and furious, and we expect it to be over fairly quickly as well. As I'm just waiting for the stream to come up actually on my oh, there we go. I don't know what was going on there. Oh gosh. As I also heard my own voice there as well. That was a shocker, wasn't it? But yeah, so of course in the absolutely historic race this one is. Unfortunately I am not joined by my comms partner, my partner in crime, so as Patrick's unfortunately had to unfortunately not be here tonight, which is a big shame because Patrick has only been on the he's only been with the IRC family for, well, just a couple of weeks now, hasn't he? Because he's had 4 races in Elite, 2 wins and 2 second positions. He's absolutely had a fantastic season, hasn't he, so far? Patrick has in Elite, and I think since joining him in the comms box for the past 4 or 5 weeks, he's also brought some decorum as well, and also made me sound a lot more smarter than what I am. So I might struggle tonight though to get the ins and outs of it as well. But of course, Patrick, I hope you're doing as well as you can do, of course. And yeah, we wish you all the best of what's been a very difficult time for you. Yeah, so and I think everyone from Elite and Super will definitely be will definitely echo that sentiment as well. Then, as you can see, we are 10 seconds into the qualifying session around Monza. 19 cars is going to be flying around this incredible track there. Before we even get into any of the nitty gritty stuff, let's quickly take a look at the drivers and the constructors standing, shall we? T Sammy is on 91 points. He's had a bit of a I'd say a bit of an off. Oh, we got a yellow flag already, have we? Goodness me. Before, as Broke Gorilla has got the full quality button there for the incident he caused at Stavolo last week, didn't he? It was a big old shut there, Broke Gorilla, wasn't it? I quite like to quote from last week. Actually, it really tickled me. Broke by name, broke by nature. So it's anyway. But yeah, as they all pile out the garages now. But T Sammy leads at the moment. Second position is Asdog. He is 91 points away at the moment, with Matt in third position. Then Maxi has climbed up the positions. He's now in 4th position. He's had an incredible second half of the season. He's really been impeccable, hasn't he? He's in front of Roscoe by 2 points, who's dropped down to 5th, with Steve dropping down to 6th as well. Fizzy in 7th position, with Timmy 8th position. 9th is Sprint, and Dave, who's returned to the Ferrari where he started off his season. And it's great to see Dave back in the red car, and he is in 10th position in the championship as well. Penny had an incredible race last week, didn't he? He moved up. He moved up 3 positions, had a fantastic race. I think he was driving today as well. Absolutely brilliant stuff, wasn't it? So well done to Penny there. In the constructors, and Toro also got an 81 point advantage over Red Bull. It's an all Honda 1-2 at the top of the constructors at the moment. Fantastic stuff. Racing Point is in 3rd position there, 109 points drift. Alfa Romeo 4th, with McLaren 5th, Mercedes in 6th, Ferrari is in 7th position, 8th is Renault, 9th is Haas, and 10th position is the Williams. So yeah, those all our championship. That's all our championship bits and bobs then, which is absolutely fantastic stuff. Well, I haven't even missed a lap yet, so yeah, I'm gonna give myself a self high five there because I think that I've done a good job. Anyway, we're on board with Brown then, as he is coming up to the line as well, and he's about to start out. Let's go on board with Brown, shall we? In the Rocket Williams, look at him approaching 215, 16, 17, 18 miles an hour then for braking into turn 1. Then of course the first chicane there was adapted, wasn't it? Way back in 2001, I think it was the first time they used that chicane. Of course, it was the before it comes through Curva Grande as well. Then not even a hint of a lift there from Brown. Fantastic stuff. But and you can see dropping down into the second chicane now. Then of course tickling the 70 miles an hour mark. And going on a bit on the gravel there for Brown, but he's still away then before coming through the first Lesmo as well. Once again dropping down into 5th gear. Now look at that tickling the throttle once again. Accelerates the race, stabbed on the loud pedal before the second Lesmo. Then you can see it's a little slower than the first one, but still in 4th gear. It's such a fast track. And 2 DR zones around here. One on the back straight down here before you go underneath the banking then on the old course as well before rising back up then into the Ascari chicane then. Of course, this Ascari chicane is incredible when you get it right, but you have to get it right, don't you? Brown is absolutely nailed that fantastically well as he's coming down the back straight, and we've got one more turn to go in this circuit, and that is the Parabolica, albeit it has been slightly... Oh, Brown taking too much steering input there, my goodness me, before getting away, and I've really done something really bad there, and I apologise profusely. I've forgotten to share the stream then, I'm too eager. Sprint's gone faster still, so apologies there. Good job, Matt's on it, because I'm certainly not. Goodness me, I need a slap on the wrist for that. I really do. Let me quickly also share it in the old I think I need to share in the elite chat as well. Has Matt done that as well? Let's have a quick look. Oh no, he hasn't, so let me see if I can get there a bit quick. Yeah, we just had Woody go up into a fantastic fastest so far. Brilliant stuff there from Woody, fantastic. Yep, there we go. So I've also shared the stream now. Brilliant stuff indeed then. And now then I can get back on with well, we're just nattering away really, having a good old natter. Todd has just commented in the comment section. We've got yellow flag there as it's one of the Haas's there who's took a trip somewhere. Maxie's on his lap at the moment, coming through Curb Grande as well. I love that helmet actually. That's a beautiful helmet there. Sven's invalidated something that is going to be that's going to be a factor in tonight, isn't it? Oh, that's a beautiful blue and yellow helmet there. Lovely stuff there from Max there as he just comes out the first. Oh, look at that Toro Rosso there just in front of us. Yeah, as Tom was saying, even though I felt so bad, looking forward to your commentary. Absolutely good stuff. Someone needs to look forward to it. There's an end, don't they? You said no, is Max there just coming out of the second Lesmos there, and I almost oh goodness gracious me, that's the first Lesmos. That is JJ. JJ is in the wall. I think he's done a Hamilton, and that is a big shame now. As Sven has gone fast, it's incredible stuff, but yeah, and that is a huge smash there. I think that JJ's got into the barrier in between these two Lesmos. Here it is. We're on board Sven then, so I reckon it was a carbon copy of the Hamilton that crashed back in 2009 when he got on the AstroTurf there and just threw it into the Armco. So that's not good at all there from Maxi goes fast. That's not good at all there from JJ, unfortunately. Sven there is on a second lap, I think this is. I think he invalidated his first lap, which is which wasn't the best there, was it? Back on board there was Sven. He's coming down the back straight as well. Coming to the Parabolica then. Of course, it's a bit more tame now, isn't it? We was on board Brown when I was about to say that. It is a bit more tame now, isn't it? There's not much gravel. Well, there's no gravel at all on the outside, is it? You can see we've got a big old strip of green there, haven't we? Which, to be honest, belongs on the football field. Sven goes into 7 fast run. He is the slowest of the 7 runners so far. But I don't think that is going to be as Matt's gone 6 fastest in the second Red Bull. But don't take that as gospel, everyone. That will change there. I think Sven will be quicker than that. Then he was just getting his eye in on board with PB as he's coming up to the line as well. Then flag in one, just coming out of the second Lesmo with one of the Red Bulls. As PB's got 7 fast in front of his teammate. Good stuff indeed there. Harry's coming up to the line as well. We're on board of Harry. Let's see what he does. He goes in the 5th fastest. Harry, good stuff indeed there. He's had a very good last couple of races. Harry did, hasn't he? He's really he's flying the flag at the moment for the Renault team. And at the moment, Snapu had a great last season. Has really struggled so far this season. Here comes Double, who as Roscoe's gone fastest in the Toro Rosso. That's 3 laps he's done on those soft tyres. So yeah, he's really given them a good old scrub there, isn't he? Oh, sorry. Let's just say I had a bit of a sweet tooth earlier, so yeah, I've been munching away on Opal fruits. No, it's Starburst, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's Starburst now. They used to be called Opal fruits back when I was a young nipper. As he's coming into these first chicane and T-Sammons, we had a bit of a smash there, didn't we? Back in 2000, there was a scary incident as well. Unfortunately, Marshall lost his life, I think, in that incident as well. I think it was the 2 Jordans came together. Barry Kello, I think, was involved in that as well as Coolfire as well. 20.9 and 03 there for for Martinez. He's gone fast still. You can see the guys are going around for a second bite of the cherry, so to speak. Lovely over the show shot here from our championship leader. A lovely green helmet as well. Of course, it's becoming it's a signature, isn't it? A T Sammy there with the lime green helmet is absolutely beautiful, isn't it? And he's got a pinch of cheeky slipstream as well. Oh my goodness me! From that Haas, I think it is. No, it's a Renault. Goodness gracious me! And now then it's T Sammy coming into the parabolic, and then he is now on the loud pedal. Now that's it. He is just going to be stamped on the loud pedal right up to the line, and he goes into a 21 so far for T Sammy. So that's fourth position mode. Woody's still right up there. My goodness me, Woody is definitely having definitely on a very good time at the moment, isn't he? On board Snap then as he is going out the Ascara chicane. We've also got Fizzy just behind him as well in the second Alpha. Indeed he is. Max has gone for another lap there, and he's gone fast again. Good, lovely stuff this, isn't it? The track is you're having a lot of action here tonight, and you guys, my goodness me. Oh, and Snap has gone off the track there, using all the track, and then some there. Stop getting a bit greedy there, but he has gone up into 6 fast. Good stuff indeed there for Snap. Brilliant. Just taking a look, see what Fizzy does. Fizzy comes into the line. Fizzy goes 8 fast at the moment. Unfortunately, Fizzy was involved in that huge accident in a Spa a couple of weeks ago, last week. It feels like a couple of weeks ago, doesn't it? As all the things that are going on in the world at the moment, it's quite scary, isn't it? T Sammy 4 seconds down the moment. Snap is also on and in up as well, but Fizzy, is he going for another one? I think he is actually, because he's still got a bit of errors available, so we're going to stay on board with Fizzy as well. We're on board with the Alfa Romeo as it comes through Curva Grande. Excuse me, sorry. And into the first chicane as well then. Oh, look at that, there's a lot of oversteer on that Alpha, isn't there? As the Alpha really wanted to have really wants to go for a spin there, didn't it? But Fizzy is not interested in the spin tonight. He wants to go forward. It's all about the forward motion from the Alfa Romeo driver then. And he goes through the second Lesbo beautifully well there before he drops down underneath the old banking, wasn't it? Which was part of the Monza track way back in the 50s and 60s. He's 10 for a second up in the second section. He's gone wide, he's in the gravel. And he did a very good job actually there to save the car there, because potentially that could have become very nasty indeed there. We've got a couple of action in the pits there. We're on board with Alsdog at the moment. Remember, Alsdog's second at the moment. I would say this is Alsdog's most impressive season to date so far in IRC. It's been absolutely fantastic, hasn't it? 2 wins to his name. He has not a pole position yet this season, as far as I'm aware. Remember, last season he had 3 pole position, did he? But this season it's been all about the race pace, the racecraft. There's wins in Spain and Azerbaijan was absolutely inch perfect. It was tip top, wasn't it, from Alsdog? Fantastic stuff. And of course, the emotional win in Azerbaijan as well, which is, I think it's the highlight of my season so far, and that's a highlight for Alsdog. He is an incredible 4 tenths of a second up on Maxi so far, and that was a very good top of deep there. He came out straight away. No mucking about there from Alsdog. Straight on it there, straight on the loud pedal. He was just going for it. Timmy, I have apologies. I've missed Timmy's progress so far. Timmy's been very unlucky in the last couple of weeks, hasn't he? To us, I look like a lovely Carlos Sainz helmet there, but no, then so we had a closer look there. It was just a brief glance up there, and I thought, oh, that's a very nice helmet. I'm sure Timmy has a very nice helmet as well as it comes through Curva Grande once again. Then it still is a very nice helmet, isn't it? He's a 10th for a second up there in the first sector, second chicane. Now then, you cannot take too much curb there because you will launch yourself. These curbs are very can be very dangerous as well there. Really, you'll be feeling more like a stunt driver if you go over these curbs too much. Into the second Lesmo as well, then you can see dropping down in. It's slower than the first Lesmo, isn't it? This track is incredible though, isn't it? Of course, this track there is probably one of the shortest in terms of race time, isn't it? Look at that, that's incredible, isn't it? The speed going down that hill was fantastic. He is 3 tenths of a second up in the second sector. Timmy is then. This is going to be fantastic, isn't it? As you can see, coming through the Ascari chicane, we had a big old smash there in 1995, didn't we, between Andrea Montemimi and in the Pacific. Of course, I think Coulthard unfortunately also had a problem there on his outlap, didn't he? Really, which was probably less than impressed DC was, but of course he also had problems with the wheel bearing, I think, in the race as well. A very action-packed race, wasn't it? John Herbert won that race, didn't he? His second of his 3 wins there. T Sammy is just gone up into 6 fast at the moment. Good stuff indeed. Then we've got Penny there coming out of the Ascari chicane. We have also got Dave coming into the line. Dave is in at 8th position at the moment there. Good stuff there from Dave. Remember, he is him, and also So Bro Grilla, who is not in his car at the moment there, of course, because he is out of qualifying, is flying the flag for the Italian spectators tonight, isn't they? Of course, Patrick flew that flag absolutely splendidly well last night, didn't he? Of course, getting second once again. Then first, second has been incredible stuff for Patrick in the elite, isn't he? He's really starting to rewrite the history books. Penny has had a fantastic we got a Red Bull there who is not going in a forward motion, so to speak. Who's that? That's Maxi there, who's looks like taking a trip across the chicane there before moving away then as well. Dave then is 4/10 of a second up in the second sector. He's coming over the last post, but I think he's just dropped off. Sorry, snapped the tire from the session there. As Penny getting very acute there in the second sector there, wasn't he? Of course, that's going to really hurt his run there. So far in the So far in the as it stands at the moment, then we have Brown who's in the drop zone, and so is Sven as well. Those guys have got to get back out of there. We've only got 4 minutes and a half to go in this session, so they got to get a move on, haven't they? We're on board Penny then, as he's 8/10 of a second down there, Penny. So I think we'll leave him to it for the minute. Harry has just started stop. We've got Dave who is invalidated time. He's come back in the pits. And is 8th position going to be stable enough there? Perhaps, but I think Snap thinks he is. But Snap, a very chilled out man there, isn't he, in the Renault? Unfortunately, Snap's had a very difficult time so far this season. As you remember, last season was absolutely spectacular, wasn't he? He's had some incredible fourths and 5th positions. This season hasn't gone too well for Snap, has it? But I'm hoping that it's never too late though to turn your season around, and I wonder if Snap can do that here tonight. And that is going to be a question on everyone's mind here as well as they come into the first Lesmo. Sven is now as well then, as we've got Georgia saying, T. Salvi, great goal! Oh, Sven is off the track there. He's completely missed the first Lesmo, but it looks there, and he's took a trip across the gravel, and unfortunately that is Snap's first unfortunately that's Snap's first no, sorry, I've got Snap on the brain now, and that's Sven's first attempt there has just gone unfortunately into the kitty litter, so to speak then. No, that's unfortunate for Sven. Looks like he just taking a look at the stream there, but there looks like he had a bit of oversteer there, didn't he? This is Brown there coming out of the second chicane as well then. I love that shot there coming into the first Lesmo. It's a classic shot, isn't it? Of course, it reminds you of the brilliant days there, of course, where Schumacher really made this track come alive there, didn't he, with some incredible races as well. Yellow flag. Oh, it's a yellow flag in one. What's going on in one then? Just taking a quick glance down, shall we? As it's Harry has just it looks like he's just going out for a lovely Sunday drive on a Thursday night. Oh, Brown is off the track. He's in the wall. Oh goodness me, he's retired from the session. Brown is our third retirement in the session. Well, the third man's been knocked out there, and look at that there. His car's off the floor, and his wheels are still spinning. That's incredible skill there from Brown, but unfortunately the Ascara chicane has claimed its first victim, and that's a shame there as well. Sven there is on another lap then. He's at 602nd up in the world. We'll keep an eye and see what Sven does there, and I think that might have taken out a lot of the jeopardy in this second qualifying session, perhaps. As Penny there is also cutting the grass there down in the first chicane then. So that's a shame there for Brown. He is out of qualifying, so he will be back in the race later though, so don't worry about that, Brown fans. He will be back in action in the not too distant future there. Just an hour to go until the race. Then we're on board with Sven and doing a good job. Thank you all for joining us tonight as well. My goodness me, you guys are really eager, aren't you, tonight? And I also like to say, of course, that the Elite League last night had some incredible viewing numbers, didn't they? Absolutely spectacular stuff. As it stands at the moment, don't quote me on this, but I think it's the second highest viewed race in Elite last night. So brilliant stuff indeed for the season. So absolutely fantastic. Sven there, much better time. He's gained a second and a half there, and he is up into 9th position as well. Look at the times that they're just starting to condense down. This is getting good, isn't it? Fizzy's back in the pits at the moment. We've got sprinters on track at the moment. We've got double. He's at 44 in second down. We've also got Penny Police damaged the car, and there's a lot of end plate damage there for the Mercedes. And I think that Penny is I wonder, can Penny there get a lap in? I think that's too much damage, and he's only got a second. He's only got a minute to go though. Sprinter coming out of the first level there, and here it comes. Wow, double just flew by me then as he comes. Oh, he's 5,800 seconds down at the moment there. He's very much on the limit at the moment there, isn't he? As we're on board with double there, coming for the Scar Chicane. As we said, we've lost Brown, we've lost JJ, and we've lost Broker as well. JJ has gone off in between the first and second levels. We've also lost Brown, who has gone off with the Scar Chicane, coming to the Parabolica now then. He's going to chuckle in, and he does chuckle in there. Look at that then, playing with the accelerator before coming up to the line then. And let's see if double can improve. At the moment, he has been fractions down the first two sectors, and again he's a fraction down. He is very much on the limit of that car. That's incredible stuff, isn't it? Double might be able to make it through. Here comes Sprint. He is going to improve. No, he doesn't. Again, 200 seconds down. Penny is 800 seconds. Fantastic first sector for Penny, but he has invalidated his time. He's also damaged the front wing as well. So unfortunately, I think. Oh, goodness me, we got a problem there. It's Harry's. Oh, that's the whole front wing gone off the Renault there. Oh dear. So Harry there, unfortunately, has lost the complete wing on that Renault there. So that was a big old shut there, wasn't it? And we did see him in the Ascar chicane. I'm wondering then if he did something similar to Brown, perhaps, or maybe I'm just judging the books by its cover. I'm wondering if he lost the nose cone somewhere else there. But that's a shame there for Harry, isn't it? As he is So he's, but luckily he doesn't actually, in terms of qualifying, he doesn't actually have a problem there, does he? He's back in the pits then. So that's good stuff indeed then. And unfortunately, Penny's also lost his wing as well there. So I think Harry set a new trend around here, isn't it? And so there's double in the background as well. So in this qualifying session, we have lost Penny, Brown, JJ, and also Brogrilla. All formed by the wayside here at the first qualifying session. Into pits comes Penny now then, and you see he got to slow very down quite quickly on that line, don't you? Because otherwise you will get a 5-second stop-go penalty. Double in the pits one, also Sprint coming in as well, but Sprint's not sprint at the moment, is he? He's more of a light jog, a casual jog as he comes into the pits. Decided to stay out then. So that's the end of qualifying one then. So let's just take stock, shall we? Asdog, one and done for Asdog. My goodness me, there was absolutely I've just read a message which is really made me sad now, but I'll read that out in a minute. Asdog there, one and done really, wasn't it? So absolutely fantastic stuff from Asdog. Really flew, got one lap in and come back in the pits there, put his feet up, and he's probably got a cup of tea now and he's reading the paper. Absolutely good stuff there from Asdog. Whilst everyone else has done 3 or 4 laps, haven't they? So Asdog there, impressive 1 lap speed there. Maybe he's going to break his pole position duck then in this event there as well. And I had a very scary message come up there as well, actually, about the connecting to the servers there. And I also my heart stopped a little bit there. I was like, oh my gosh. Anyway then, so then unfortunately then, as we just mentioned then, Brooke Gorilla's out, JJ out, Brown out, and so is Petty, all out of qualifying then, as we're now going to march on into qualifying 2 then. And just as Harry's just pointing out, 4th to 8th position there is covered by less than a tenth of a second. Absolutely good spot there indeed for Harry. Just carrying on from that message which I was a bit depressed by. Unfortunately, Maxie's got no pace around its site, and that's once again then it's the curse of the fantasy, pick for me. Everyone I pick seems to have an appalling race there, so I might have to give up this fantasy, Millard, because I'm doing absolutely appallingly. I think I'm near the bottom. So yeah, that's not good at all then. And unfortunately, my pick was Maxie's tonight, and he's not going to be happy with me, is he? So yeah. Never mind. That's why I don't even do the fantasy football or all that kind of stuff, because it just never works out. Oh well. Actually, I did pick Capoue once, actually, from Watford, and he had a very good start to the season. I think he scored like 4 or 5 goals for Watford last season. Anyway, enough about the football. Let's get back to the racing, shall we? We've got 20 seconds into this qualifying session, and out of the pits there, first out of the pits, I think was a Golden Haas. Let's take a look. Was it it was the Golden Haas, and it is double in the Golden Haas, and as he comes out of the pits now, and of course make the most of this Haas, because unfortunately, make the most of the colour scheme, I should say, because unfortunately they've gone back to their old colour scheme now, haven't they? Which is it's an alright colour scheme, isn't it? I love the gold in black Haas. I thought I think it's a lovely car. Unfortunately, the relationship between Rich Energy and the Haas team didn't really go through, didn't really come to fruition, did it? Unfortunately, and maybe, of course, I think it was Williams, wasn't it, which was also linked with the Rich Energy, or maybe they were lucky to dodge a bullet there, wasn't they? Because they were quite disgruntled that Haas came in there at the last minute, but. As you were, but anyway, that's another story for a different day, isn't it? So we've got outlaps at the moment, and we got half the field out of the boat, half the field is still in the pits there with their feet up at the moment. We're on board Dublin, he's on his outlap at the moment, and currently, look at this, we got a bit of sunshine here in Monza, beautiful day here in the Temple of Speed, that's it, the Temple of Speed then. Of course, the home of Ferrari, and we got one Ferrari left in the qualifying session, that is Dave at the moment, as he is contemplating on what tyres to go on. And of course, in this qualifying 2 session, if you get through to the top 10, you must start on that tyre, which you set your fastest time on. I sound like a broken record. I might just record my voice saying that, so I don't have to keep saying it every week there. But of course, that is an integral part of qualifying, isn't it? It's just, of course, big going through in the Q3, but having the start tyres for the race strategy as well, isn't it? If it was a double there, going in very deep there into turn 1 there, and oh, look at this, and he's also not the best way to go for the first chicane out of turn 1 there, is it? But as you can see, coming through curve and Grande there, unfortunately, because of the acute angle, he went into the first corner because he went too wide, didn't he? Then he had to tighten up the second part. Yellow flag. That's a problem. And who is it? It's Matt there who's gone straight through the first set. So I'm wondering if he's just on an outlap. Perhaps he is. We'll leave Matt to it for the time being then, and we'll go back to double then, who is in the second left moment, and he's doing a lot of harvesting double this, so we'll leave double to it as well then. We're on board with Timmy then. Timmy's had a very what's the word? Very unlucky, that's the one. He's been very unlucky, hasn't he, Timmy, has over the past couple of weeks, hasn't he? So hopefully Timmy can get some good points on the board then, can he, as he's coming into the Ascara chicane as well then. This car looks very beautifully planted there, doesn't it, for Timmy? I wonder if Timmy's saving his best for qualifying 3 then. The man who was on pole position back in the Canadian Grand Prix last season, wasn't he? An absolutely stellar lap there from the man who was driving the Mercedes, wasn't he, last season as well then. It was a great lap, wasn't it? Of course, his teammate was the champion. Double has gone fastest, but then Timmy is just eclipsed that though as well then. And now we've got the second tour of Mercedes. We've got Sprint who's come through in second position at the moment. He's on the 23-4, good 17. But PB has gone faster still. And we got Stafford's retired for the session there. Stafford's on a problem. We're on board then. And oh goodness me, that's coming. That's the inside there. The inside of the Parabolica. Alstog's gone fast. What goodness me. Alstog has had some weird bits this morning. He is flying down that, flying around here. It's absolutely incredible stuff from Alstog. Steve has joined the session there. Of course, the man who has the most pole positions, if don't quote me wrong, he does have the most pole positions with 4 so far. Sammy has had 2 pole positions so far, but he's fast in qualifying too there, but just a whisker in front of Alstog there. My goodness me, there no mucking about at the boat there, is it? They're all gone to the soft tires, aren't they? All the big guns have, so to speak, haven't they? Alstog, PB and Sammy all on the soft compound tires. Good stuff indeed then. Here comes Maxi. He's decided to go for the medium compound tire. Yellow flag, as we have got all kinds of shenanigans in the and I think it's Alstog there just taking the detour out of the second chicane there. So he is on in lap at the moment, and we've also got Matt who's on track as well. We've got Fizzy just in front of him, but Fizzy's invalidated something then, so we're going to go back to Matt then. He's coming under the bank, and now then, of course, rising back up then and into the Ascara chicane. Get a lovely shot here from the Red Bull Racing of Matt, and as you can see there now, his car is planted. Oh my goodness me, that was incredible, wasn't it? I thought he was going to lose it there, but Matt with so much bravery there just kept it going there and into the Parabolica then. 10 minutes ago, and that time is going to get quicker and quicker now, isn't it? As I keep looking up, then that time is just going to get lower and lower, isn't it? Matt coming up to the line, and where does he go? He goes second fast. Well, good stuff indeed there from Matt then. Just 5 hundredths of a second there in front of Asdog. Harry on an outlap at the moment. We've also got Fizzy who's back on the lap as well in the Alfa Romeo car 14 then, and he is just dropping down into the first chicane then as well before accelerating away. This track, it may look like you can see the track map on the right hand side. It looks quite simple, doesn't it? There's a Red Bull there near on the racing line there, isn't it? Fizzy might not appreciate that one too much, but he's on, he goes then, coming out of Curva Grande then. Of course, this track now, track map on the right hand side there, it looks quite simple, doesn't it? There's a lot of straights there, and really there's just a couple of curves curbs there, isn't it? That's quite an easy track, isn't it? Well, my goodness me, it's an easy track if you want to go slow around here. But these guys are definitely not slower by any stretch of imagination. They're rapid, aren't they, around here? Fantastic stuff. DRs are available here for Fizzy as he drops down in under the old banking once again. And of course, then this track is very difficult to go fast around here. It really is there, isn't it? And Fizzy at the moment are on board with him now. Then he's a bit wide in that sky, but he's okay. He is okay, and he carries on. Dave is on the lap at the moment. We've got Roscoe, we've got Harry out there as well. My goodness me, then we've got 4 cars and out on track trying to get free in the qualifying free. Fizzy, Dave, Roscoe and Harry haven't set times yet. Snap is out qualifying. He crashed here and on the inside there, which is an unusual place to crash there. Fizzy goes into 8 fast mode, only 8 from the soft tires there. He's done an extra lap though, so bear that in mind, everyone. Harry then is is in the Renault. He is on the soft tires and he is just coming out of Vascar as well. Look at this. He's got a lot of deployment left on the telemetry down on the right hand side there, bottom right hand side then, as once again as Yor has joined the session then as well. Of course, Yor, who was an early pace setter in elite, wasn't he? But he has tailed away slightly, hasn't he? But he's still getting some good points finishes in the moment. Yor, who Harry's showing Yor's car at the moment, isn't he? Dave who is now the final man who hasn't set a time. He is coming out to the parabolic as well. The fuel light is flashing for Dave. He is as light as a feather as he comes into the parabolic at car 25. And now he accelerates away and he is up to it. Let's see what he can do then. And he comes out to the line and he goes into sixth position mode then. So Dave Fair just outside the 21s at the moment then. And yeah, so that's the first round more or less done then at this Carmona time. That's Timmy there, who's part as Dave Fair, who is, oh goodness me, Dave Fair just barreled through then. It's someone else taking out the polystyrene. Well, my goodness me, look how high those polystyrenes went. Wow. Timmy is down in 12th position moment. Fizzy down in 11th. Fizzy there is was very much on the cusp there, so he's definitely got to go back out at the moment then. So 11th, 12th, 13th and 14th are all facing the abyss at the moment there, aren't they? Can they get through in the qualifying free? That is the quest for them in this second qualifying session, isn't it? Timmy there is just coming out of the second chicane. That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is indeed. Then we've also got Fizzy, Timmy, Double and Sven are all in danger at the moment. Now Snap unfortunately will be 15th on the grid there, but let's see what Snap could do. Can Snap score his first points of the season? That is his aim. Same for Sven as well. Sven there, who's had some very good qualifying sessions, hasn't he? But it seems to just not doesn't seem to hook up in the race as such, does it? Harry is going for. Looks like he's going for it again there, isn't he? I think he's invalidated some Harry, so yeah, he's back around there. We've also got Roscoe, who's coming in the pits there. We'll keep an eye on what those guys do then. So we're going to stay on board with... we're going to stay with Timmy at the moment now as well. Then. We've got Disco Dennis there, who is saying... who's just cheering on for sprint. Good stuff, guys. I'd love to hear who your favourite driver is. Who is your favourite driver in this qualifying session? Is there going to be any Timmy fans out there? Well, I'm sure... I know that Matt's a very big fan of Timmy, isn't he? As he comes down into turn 1 there. Of course, remember, the guys, they did come very... and I think Matt was a very big fan after Australia, wasn't they? As they unfortunately came to blows at the pit exit there, but I don't think Timmy's going to appreciate that if because I brought that up. He comes through Kerber Grande as well then. So yeah, who else are you supporting out there as well? Is there any Sven fans out there? Is there any Fizzy fans? It's great to have you all along here tonight. It's also great to it's also is that Timmy there? He's going onto the gravel like that. It's going to lose the momentum there coming into the first Lesmo. It's also great to hear what your predictions are. Who is going to get pole position? Who do you think is going to win the race? And who do you think is going to be driver today? Who do you think is going to have an absolutely fantastic event here in Italy? As we're just going under the bridge then before rising back up then 9/10 of a second. Remember that the delta between the medium and the soft tires is a second, I believe. Don't quote me on that then, because I could be completely wrong, which I have been completely wrong on several occasions, so don't worry about that. Van Den Brink has said, everybody can't choose. Brilliant stuff. I love it. I know that, of course, a very tactful answer. I love that. Great. I wish I was a bit more tactful in some of the responses I do. Timmy coming up to the line, and he goes 5th fast then, so better jump there. 1.111 there for Timmy. He's all in the ones there. Is he going to be number 1 by the end of this event here tonight then? That is the question which is on everyone's minds at the moment. Woody is at 600 to the second down. Sven is a second up. Oh my goodness! Sven are taking a bit too much of an acute angle there into Kerber Grande. That wasn't very grande at all, was it? Now Woody there is coming now. He's in the second DRS zone as well. There's only 2 DRS zones around here. Of course, it's it's a track there which is all about speed, isn't it? Of course, I think in terms of the rear waterfall one, I think the skinny spec rear wings is probably the DRS probably isn't as powerful, is it? I would say. Remember back in 2010, Button and Hamilton went on completely different setups, didn't they? I think Hamilton stuck with the. I think Hamilton went with the traditional Monza spec setup, and Button went for more of a downforce, and he had the F duct still. Remember, the McLarens, they only seemed to have the F duct back then, wasn't they? So yeah, that was interesting to see how they just where the two drivers just went completely different ways, didn't they? We're watching Fizzy at the moment. Did not have a very good first lap there, Fizzy didn't. So let's see what his second lap to do now. Just under 3.5 minutes to go. Then accelerates now the second section. Sorry, excuse me, I just knocked my mic off my head as he comes through the first Lesmo as well. Then and good stuff indeed. Then now what about the second Lesmo? Sorry, look at that, he's just breaking just for the 50-meter board there, isn't it? It's incredible how incredible these cars are as well. Lovely helmet as well. Look at that. That's a out of the world kind of helmet. Look at that, a beautiful bit of Galaxy there, isn't it? I love it. And that reminds you, actually, I got me a Galaxy bar somewhere in the fridge, so I might have that later. In the second sector as well, then a 10 for a second up in these cars again. Look at that movement on that car. That's fantastic car control from Fizzy. Absolutely brilliant stuff as well. And of course, I get quite excited on these classic tracks because, of course, I am expecting a safety car tonight. I think I was having a nose in the chat earlier on, of course, just trying to get the driver's perspectives, and also because I want to sound like I know what I'm talking about as well. Fizzy goes across the line. He's only 9 fastest Fizzy at the moment. He is still in the danger zone, so to speak, isn't he? So Fizzy's going to be very nervous as well. Double goes into 13th position as well. He's gained 3/10 of a second, but Double hasn't improved his time now. Improved his time and not his position there. Spread is on up. What about Woody? Woody is He's coming back in the pits at the moment. He's 8th position. But Maxi is back on track as well, as Maxi has openly said in the first qualifying session he's showing for pace at the moment. He's got 3 pole positions to his name there. I think in the last 2 races he has been on pole position. Maxi's been incredible, hasn't he? He is really he's really been impeccable, hasn't he? I think he's faster still there. My goodness me, 2/10 of a second up there. I think he's put himself well back in, and Maxi's retired from the session. I gotta say that's kind of like a slam. That's a bit like drop the mic kind of thing, isn't it? Really? He and his car. Hopefully his car gets his way there. His car is just going straight on there, and yeah, in the first chicane now. He's in the firing line there, but look, hopefully the AL have done a good job of just getting out of the way there. We're on board with Harry at the moment there. He is currently in 12th position there. Oh, he's on the gravel there. Of course, that gravel there. It's unusual to see a gravel trap on the outside of circuits these days, but it's great to see the gravel trap still there. T-Sub is also retired as well. He's happy to get through. It's great to see gravel traps on the outside of race circuits, isn't it? Of course, yeah, there are a lot of car park run-off areas, isn't there, on the modern F1 tracks, isn't there? Which, of course, a lot of it is for safety, and you cannot disagree with that, can you? As well, but I'm just having a look there. Of course, Maxi does have a qualifying ban, doesn't he? So I think for this session now, as we're just watching Harry then as he's coming down the back straight. There's a car in front of us. I think everyone's actually in the pits there at the moment. Everyone in the top 10 is in the pits there. Just a minute to go. If they're going to get through, they're going to have to. Oh, look at this. Harry's got wide there. That's an awful amount of understeer there on the and that isn't good at all then. So we're coming to the line, and Harry there is 007 there. He's got a license to thrill. He was 7 faster in the second, so but he's going again. He has to go again. Harry, this is all or nothing now. Sven is on track as well. Sven is just in front then. That might compromise Harry. Here comes sprint cars like PB is in there. He's not anymore. He is he's not PB out qualifying. Fizzy is into all sorts of trouble as well. What about Harry? We're going to keep an eye on Harry. Let's keep an eye on Sven as well. He's very cute coming out of the first I don't know what happened there. As coming out the first, coming out Curva Grande, goodness me. See, I got all rattled there. But yeah, coming out the first, coming out Curva Grande there, Sven there taking once again a very acute angle, isn't he? On board with Harry there, just in front of us is Sven as well. I don't know who to look. Oh, love a shot here, because I do love the over-the-shoulder shot there. Of course, it has been slightly diminished, hasn't it, with the halo coming in? But of course, there you can't really begrudge the halo, can you? After showing what it does save lives, doesn't it? After that awful crash in Belgium, that's it. In Belgium, I can't even speak at the moment. This is too much, isn't it? Harry there is just about over, but he's using he's 8/10 of a second up. Where's that? That is in the ballpark. That's more than in the ballpark. Well, that's Sven. Sven's a second up. It's Robert. Is that going to be enough for Sven? Sven comes onto the line. Sven does. He's only 14th. Harry is in safe position. Fizzy has been knocked out qualifying. Well, that's a shock in of itself. My goodness gracious me. Fizzy is now going to have to watch the final part of qualifying from the sidelines. And wow. If well, that was definitely not in the script, was it? My goodness me, we've lost both Alpha Romaleos. We've lost Double Cream Cat. We have also lost PB, who once again PB is doing something. I think he's getting so much better, isn't he? Absolutely incredible stuff indeed. There, really is. So yeah, unfortunately, then we have lost Fizzy, PB, Sven, and Double. Going into qualifying 3, we have Woody, Dave, Harry, Sprint, Timmy, Roscoe, Asdog, Matt, T Sammy, and Maxi. So those guys will be going for pole position then for the Italian Grand Prix, which qualifying 3 is coming up in just a jiffy, isn't it? As we're just watching Sven come back to the garage then. But I've got to say, Harry having a fantastic lap there because he's done an extra lap on these soft tires. Is that going to be a problem in the race, which is coming up? Of course, remember, he's now into qualifying 3. Everyone, I think, is on the soft tires, isn't it? Well, we'll have to find out in a minute then, won't we? And so you can see then we're on board with Harry then. He's just coming, he's just coming around again then for another lap then, Harry. So I think he's just checking out the track then, isn't he? Good stuff indeed then. And yes, everyone is on the soft compound tyres here. And I would say that probably soft to medium is probably the way to go, isn't it, in terms of strategy around here. But remember, safety car always throws a curveball, doesn't it? So yeah, all the top 10 is on the soft compound tyres. Good stuff indeed then. So unfortunately, just to confirm, we have lost the 5 drivers we've lost in this qualifying session is Fizzy, PB, Sven, Double, and Snap. Unfortunately, all going to be spectators then for this final qualifying session coming up in just a few moments' time. Steve then, who would be starting at the back of the field and on a default setup as well then, so it's he's going to have an amazing race, isn't he? But he has currently got 4 pole positions. Matt has got 3 pole positions. Can Matt make it 4 and be joint top? I think Maxi has got a qualifying 3 band, so Maxi will not get our pole position. Can T-Sammy get his 3rd pole position this season? What about Roscoe? Can he get his 2nd pole position? All these questions are going to be answered in the next 12 minutes then. Well, less than 12 minutes now, as we have got, we're 10 seconds into this qualifying 3 session. And you can see they're all bursting to get out then, aren't they? Yeah, they're all bursting to get out then. You can see then it's a lovely day, isn't it? Once again, then Asdog is the first man out on track then, and of course, can Asdog break his duck then on getting a pole position then? Lucas has just said, "Hey, Sean, go T Sammy!" And yes, indeed, can T Sammy then, who I got to say, has had a very difficult last couple of races, hasn't he? T Sammy has. Well, I say last difficult couple of races, he was still 2nd, wasn't he? So I think it was such a high standard that he set this season. Listen to this: 10 podiums, 5 fastest laps, 6 wins, and 2 pole positions there for T Sammy there. So yeah, even in Belgium now, I think the Belgian Grand Prix, he really jumped up, didn't he, because of the lack of penalties there. So even when T Sammy's having an off day, so to speak, I put that in air quotes, off day, so to speak, he is still there or thereabouts, isn't he? 10 podiums there in his 13 starts, and only 3 times he's been off the podium. That's incredible, isn't it, for the championship contender? Really impressive stuff indeed. Then I don't think he's had any DNFs at all. I don't think he has. He's had 1 non-score in Hungary, didn't he? But no DNFs there. Good stuff indeed there for T Sammy. That's why he is top of the table by 91 points there. He's not only fast, he's consistent as well. That's such a deadly combination, isn't it? Goodness me. I'm glad I'm not racing against the man there. Of course, no disrespect for T Sammy there. Of course, he's a fantastic racing driver, isn't he? Well, he's just showed it the season alone, hasn't he? Brilliant 17th there. Not that bad. Set some incredible pace last season. He did tail off towards the end, didn't he? And with RE Racing emerging as one of his major title contenders, didn't he? John Finero was ever present as well and finished in 3rd position in the end there. But yeah, I think that T-Sammy has been impressive all the way through the season. Maxi, though, is really starting to play the RU racing role from last season, isn't he? He is starting to really produce some impressive drives there, isn't he? But can he keep this going? As Max has really climbed up the order quite quickly in the last couple of events there, hasn't he? Yellow flags is fluttering in the Parabolica. It's one of the Toro Rossos. I think it is. Well, it's one of the Toro Rossos. I thought that there was only going to be one out, but Roscoe and T-Sammy are both out there. Asdog at 25 in the first section, and navigating the first chicane and accelerating that, and coming into the first left with a lovely shot. Look at that! Look at how much it curves in there. It's a bit of a banking, isn't there, to the first Lesbo. What about the second Lesbo? Of course, there's more of a tricky second Lesbo there. Look at that! I said the Asdog straight up the car, absolutely splendidly well there, nailed on there from Asdog. Then now dropping down the hill, then dropping down. You can see there, and now before he rises back up to the fierce Scar chicane then as well as he's invalidated this time. He took two. He kept it going. He kept it going. Oh goodness me then. But Asdog's invalidated his first time. Is that going to come back and hold him? It's quite a short lap around here, isn't it? It's a short blast, and so perhaps then he might just be able to get away with it and have another go on board car 22. It's Woody as he's gone wide in that Sky, but he has kept it going. And I love the color combination of the Haas and the Howard there from Woody. Beautiful stuff indeed. Then he's coming up to Parabolica as well. McLaren have heard Timmy in the background as well. And here he comes then. For Parabolica then on the green stuff there. Woody is there before accelerating off it. And look at this, he's done very well with the Euros there, almost inch perfect. He's gone fastest so far. That's provisional pole, but Timmy is now eclipsed him by 4 tenths of a second then. And we got a Red Bull coming through as well. It is Max and he's just on that up the boat then. So Max is there threw me off there. T-Sammy this time. He's gone off he's in the pits there. Oh goodness me then. What about Sprint? Sprint's coming up to the line then, and Sprint's also on that lap as well. And I also need to look at the graphic there, don't I, to see who's on that lap and who isn't. We're on board Matt. He is not on that lap at all, is he? Oh, very close. That was a game of inches there. Matt played a game with there and he won it, didn't he? He's now out of the Ascar chicane, coming down the back straight now then. And let's see what he did then into the Parabolica then for the final time then. Well, in this first shot anyway. Let's see what he can do then. It's who's behind him. I think that was a Toro Rosso of Roscoe as well then. Coming to the line. Matt is on second position at the moment. Not quite. Roscoe. Oh, he's almost on the marbles there, but he's kept it going. He's kept his toe in. Is he on pole position? He is third fast well. Roscoe's. Look at the gaps then. 24. And then after Timmy, a 27, a 27, a 28. Goodness me. Matt, Roscoe and Woody. All separate bunch. Oh, goodness me. Harry. Oh, and a lovely. That was a beautiful moonwalk there from Harry. Goodness me. Very nicely done indeed there. Good old step toe there, wasn't it? Brilliant 17. Oh, so we got a Red Bull there who is just having a bit of a I think he's just coming in the pits actually, isn't he? Dave coming out again. Woody is going to he's going for another lap. Woody is, so he's carrying on there. Maxi's invalidated this time and he's coming. Is he going to go around again? He is coming around again then, so keeping on. Dave's on a lap moment. Harry is not on a lap there. He's coming in the pits and Sprint is coming up to the line and Sprint goes second fastest there in the Mercedes. Wow, good lap there from Sprint. My goodness me, and the protege of the absolutely great Vanquish there, isn't he? Of course, one of the best drivers in IRC history, and they've got to say, sprinters are really. Remember, last season Sprint came in about round 11, 12. I think it's actually 13, wasn't it? And really, I think it was Singapore actually made his debut. Did fantastic stuff from Sprint, and he did a. He's really starting to come into his own there, isn't he? Remember, he was very green on the league racing, calendar. Oh my goodness me! He's now starting to become a regular Q3 driver. Maybe he might start to figure out challenging for the championship for season 8 of Super next season. And that's definitely one man you need to keep your eye on, isn't it? Here's another man you need to keep your eye on as well. The consistency in the first 6 races from Dave was absolutely splendid. That's why he's still in the top 10. We've only how many? I think he only has 8 race starts, doesn't he, Dave? Does he? Sorry, he only has 7 race starts today. He is having 6th position there. I think that Dave might be disappointed. But he might have to go around again then. Maxi is in the Parabolica. Harry is also, and Asdog's also out there as well. Maxi coming on the final turn now. Then let's see what he can do. Is he going to start from? No, he's in the pits then. So that's Maxi in the pits then. Zavada is on Asdog is on track as well. Asdog is slightly gone against the grain slightly here at the moment then in the racing point. Can Asdog get on pole position then? Oh, for the first time. I think he actually invalidated this time, didn't he? Oh my goodness me, I got. Oh, he's done it again! Asdog's had another problem there. My goodness gracious me, car 89 is in the water. Oh, as Harry there is Harry's just coming in the pits as well. I'm wondering if Asdog might abandon this then, come in the pits then and go all out then in the final run then. Just one and done for Asdog. That is not good at all then. He's got 5 minutes. He's got less than 5 minutes now. Can he? What's he going to do then? It's big decision time now for Asdog. What is he going to do? What is he going to do? Is he going to be a hero? Is he going to be a zero? Well, we're going to find out, aren't we? That's a fire in the background of Dave as Dave instead of 21. But that is he's invalidated time now. I was going to say it's a much better time now for Dave, but unfortunately looks like he's invalidated. Into the pits comes Asdog. T Sammy's out on track then, so T Sammy out on track then, and it's good to see. I'll fit the lights of Lucas, and you're all cheering on their fellow Greek man, and the fellow countryman as he goes under the bridge there as well. Then what's he doing then? He has gone purple in the second sector. T Sammy, he's got 2 pole positions to his name this season. Is he going to get a third now then? Going over the Scottish cane and on the back straight as well then, as you can see then, and you can see he's got a lot of deployment left in that Urson, hasn't he? He's done that splendidly well. He's the only car on track. I tell a lie. There's also a McLaren out there as well of Timmy as well, and so they're all starting to emerge out then, and T Sammy then is coming up to the line. It is pole position there, an incredible time there from T Sammy. My goodness me then, that is 7/10 of a second in front of Timmy, and T Sammy then, he is the man to beat at the moment there, isn't he, with 3 3/4 minutes to go in this qualifying session. I wonder if is he gonna stay out there? Is he gonna just look after these tires, give these tires just a little scrub in there before going back out on before going for a broke again? Then, well, we're gonna find out, aren't we? Asdog's in the pits at the moment, and so is Sprint. Matt, Roscoe, Woody, and Dave are on the pits as well. Outlets for Maxi and Harry, who haven't set times yet as well. Asdog hasn't set a time here. It's all pressure for 3 of those men then. Who is let's just hope another break then, isn't they? So Timmy then, he has to find 7/10 of a second then to get on par with T Sammy. Can he do it? Timmy has on a pole position since Canada. Can he end his drought here tonight in the Temple of Speed? Let's find out. And he is in the final corner now then. Car 81 then, and here he goes then. There's a lot of track there on the outside of Parabolic there, isn't he? He didn't want to cause any problems. And so you can see he's got a absolutely beautiful open track in front of him. He's not going to catch with anyone on an outlap at the moment. Of course, he has come out with quite a bit of time to spare around here, hasn't he? Accelerates now turn 1 as well. And you can see that it's a very it can be a very very enthralling, a very disappointing, what am I trying to say here? Oh, I know it's a very horrible corner to get right sometimes, and I was trying to say a big word there, and I completely forgot what it was. Then I need to get my thesaurus back out. Oh, that was a beautiful bit of driving there from Timmy. He was inch perfect there. He didn't go in the gravel there. He didn't cause any problems, and I'm wondering, because I think he did in his first time now, didn't he? Which is why he had. Oh, look at that! He's also trimming the grass there on the inside of the Les Mills there. But that is doing good there. He's still got a good luck there. He's got the very ever difficult Scottish cane. T Sammy's in the pits there just under 2 minutes to go. Is he going to be able to come in and come back out? And has he got enough tyres left as well? That is the question. Has he got an even brand new spanking set of soft tyres to be there coming out of that Scottish cane? And that was beautifully nailed there, wasn't it? Whilst I was waffling on. Now he's on the back straight and he's got the parabolic. It is, this is there. Where is Timmy going to go? Is he going to get into the 19th? He has to get into the mid 19th as well. It's not just a late 19th, it's a mid one. Here he comes up to the line. Is it enough? No, it's not enough. He's in the 19s there. He is a 2/10 of a second away there from the man who's on pole position at the moment then. What about Maxi? Maxi is coming out of the final corner. Just see a flash of red. That was Dave flying the flag for the Italian, for the Trifulsi. Now when Maxi comes to the line, he's second fastest by a 10th of a second from T Sammy there. T Sammy is second. It's pole position with Maxi second at the moment there. Harry is coming through the Parabolica as well. We've also got a racing point of Asdog who's on an outlaw at the moment. 1 minute to go then. 1 minute to go then. T Sammy's not coming back out then. Is anyone going to be able to trouble his time? Harry goes 7 fast at the moment and he's done 2 laps on those soft tyres. Sprint's on that lap at the moment. Is it Timmy going for another one? He is going for another run at the moment. So is Maxi as well. He's got Matt in front of him though. Matt in front of him then. Maxi has left the session. Maxi's left the session. The man who's second at the moment and he's had a problem. He needs to get back in quickly because he needs to get back in before the race starts, before the formation lap starts. He will not have a car. He'll not have a car on the grid, and that is going to rob us of what could be a potential incredible race set. You're on board with Timmy as well, and Timmy is, I think it is I'm not sure if he's on the lap or not. I don't think he is said, as he was going to go on the inside there, but Dave who doesn't want anyone in front of him, does he? Because he's about to start his lap as well. This is it. It's all or nothing now. Maxi is out of qualifying. Can he get back in? And he hasn't got long. He hasn't got long. Oh, yellow flag. Yellow flag. Sammy's out of the qualifying session, so he's the man on pole. He can't defend his pole position, but will he need to defend his pole position? Sprint is second at the moment. Checker flag is fluttering for Woody, for Timmy, and for Maxi, and for Sammy as well. And we've got half the field gone there. Maxi hasn't actually served his qualifying free ban, so he'll be serving it next week, I believe, in Singapore. Actually, we've gone from the shortest race in terms of time to the longest race in terms of time. Maxi has just asked for an invite. Could someone get him back in, please, as quickly as possible? Could someone get Maxi in then, because he hasn't got long, has he? The checker flag has been dropped then. Roscoe hasn't made it across the line. He's going to be sixth then. Oh, goodness me then. Alston's gone on to fourth fastest, and so Alston is over the fourth then. Yellow flag is flown in too. Dave is gone. He's gone in the second left for there. So Dave is, Maxi's back in. Dave is gone in the sixth. It's the second left for then. Matt's on track as well, and at the moment then Sammy is looking very good in the pole position, and what about sprint? He's coming to the line. He's fourth fastest then, so he displaces Alston. Matt is the only man then. He has got 3 pole positions. Can he equal to Steve's record of the season so far is 4. This is the last corner. Let's see what he can do then. He comes around the final corner now, and here he goes in. Let's see. Is it enough there for Matt? I think it might be too much. It is slightly too much there for Matt, and he will be, I think he was 6th, was he? No, he is 4th. He's 4th on the grid. He's on the second row of the grid. Fantastic stuff. But Sammy, I should say, is on pole position then for the 3rd time of the season. Brilliant 17th. Look at that nip and tuck then between Sammy and Max there. Really incredible stuff. The 2 former elite drivers there once again going head to head there. Timmy a 10th for a second off in the end there. Really fantastic in there for Timmy though. He really improved incredibly well, didn't he? He was in the mid-20s there, so half a second he improved by Timmy. That was fantastic. Almost spoiled the day of the 2 former elite drivers. Fantastic stuff. Matt also improved in dramatically as well to 4th position with Sprint in 5th. Astor only had 1 run in the end in 6th position. Same with Roscoe. He missed the checker flag, and Harry in 8th. Woody in 9th, and Dave are also only going to get run in qualifying 3 as in 10th position then. So I'm taking a deep breath because this is a very quick track. This is going to be fast and furious action. This is so hold on to your hats, everyone. If you do wear hats, this is going to be an absolutely incredible drive. It's going to be an absolutely incredible race. It really is. It could be even an incredible drive perhaps there from Siu, starting at the back of the field, unfortunately. But that has never stopped him in the past, and I'm expecting good things from all 20 of these IRC Super drivers. So I was just wetting my whistle. Right, here we go then. We've as the drivers that are just picking, the drivers outside the top 10 are selecting their tyres. The guys in the top 10 deciding on what tyres to end their first stints on. It is all up in the air. We got the lights go green, and we are now on the formation lap then. And let's just take a look at the tyre strategy. Look at that. There's a lot of soft tyres there, isn't there? On the left-hand side tyre, we have got all the top 10 on the soft tyres. We have got soft tyres for Sven. We got soft tyres for Brown, JJ, Bro Gorilla, and Steve. We have hard tyres for Fizzy and for Double Cream Cat. Good stuff. We've also got medium tyres for PB, Snap, and Penny. Those are the tyre compounds. Let's go through the grid, shall we? From front to back, from 1st to 20th here in Monza. And Yang has just said, come on guys, hopefully a great race, and look out for the first corner. Oh goodness me then. Yes, exactly then. The first corner has produced some very tight openings there to the Italian Grand Prix there, and I'm expecting something of some more drama around here tonight there. Sammy is on pole position for the 3rd time this season. 2nd position is Maxi there, and Maxi is carrying on his incredible form there. Timmy is in 3rd position there. He had a great final run there, didn't he? Matt is in 4th position then, and again there, same with Timmy. Matt had an incredible final run there. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Fifth position is Sprintner. Sixth is Asdog. Seventh is Roscoe. Harry is decided not to take the formation lap, and he's in 8th position. Woody in 9th position, and Dave is in 10th position as well. Fizzy is in 11th position. That's one of only 2 men on the hard tires. PB is in 12th position there. 30th position is Svenden, and Svenden. Double is in 40th position. Snap is in 50th position. They'll go in a minute. We're going to have all the cars ready on the grid already. Good stuff, but they're very keen. They're very keen. Penny in 16th position. Great race last time out, didn't he? Brown in 17th position. And Can Williams there have a strong day today. Oh goodness me, there is Steve there flying by. Penny there just mowing the grass there. JJ in 18th position had it, came a cropper there after his issues in his first last mow. 19th is Broke Gorilla, and 20th is Steve. Steve is very keen to get on the grid then, and very keen to get going. We're on board with the man who's on pole position then. How is his start going to be then? Of course, it's a long drive down into that first chicane, isn't it? And of course, there's going to be a lot of slipstream now with Kerber Grande into the second one as well. Then you can see then they're all coming up. Then as you can see, you just got Broke Gorilla then lining up 19 from the grid. He's in the Ferrari. He's got the most pressure along with Dave, hasn't he? Now the Ferrari driver is going to do then in the home of the Ferrari team is there, along with Toro Rosso as well. And those lights are coming up. There they are. We got 4, we got 5, and we are go! And it's a good start. Look at him, got lights on. It's a good start for us. He's gone through sprint already there. And also he's on full competition sprint out of the pole start. T. Sammy has lost the lead already there. It's Maxi is taking the lead. They go down to the first chicane. He's got the inside. He's got wide then. Man is steamed on the inside there. And he is now. Oh, he's going against Savage. He's going against Savage. There's a yellow flag. There's a yellow flag then. There's yellow flag. T. Savage dropped down to full position. Then and Timmy Savage on the pole start. Asdog's on full position. He's had a fantastic start. An amazing start. But we're going to train. We're going to train this. We're coming for a cover granted. We got T. Sammy on the outside. Oh, T. Sammy's on the outside. That's a fantastic move from T. Oh, he's gone more than once. Savage the nose count. He's down away. And then Timmy's on the inside. Then coming into the first. That's what I look at them all. Look at them all. How are they getting through here? We got yellow flag and 2 because Brown is gone off the track. Then Steve is also coming up for the feet on the outside. Oh, wow. Great move there from Steve. Or is it Steve's got one as a Ferrari off Broke Gorilla, who had a fantastic start. He's down in 16th position there. Davis down in 12. Oh, contact. That's a Williams in the wall. That's a McLaren spun around as well. Oh dear, and that's not good at all. And that's a McLaren off as well. JJ's gone for the background. And we got yellow flags in 2. Then there's Brown is just trying to get himself back on the track. So is JJ as well. And I think it was 2 separate incidents then as well. As Maxi's had the perfect start on lap 1. He is flying. No safety car, virtual safety car on this opening exchange. Good stuff indeed. Maxi, Asdog, T. Sammy. Then we got Matt's got damage to the front wing now, hasn't he? On the Red Bull, he's going to have to come in the pits then. But he's got a lot of pressure from Timmy as well. Look at him. He's all over the back with Roscoe. It's also climbing as well, and of course went to the back of T. Sammy when T. Sammy launched over the curb there into the second. There's 3 abreast, go down the store. Oh goodness me! Oh, Roscoe's teaming. And now they come into the first. So tight in that first corner, and now they're coming through Kerber Grande once again. And there's Timmy is now up into a 4th position. And Roscoe 5th position. Matt's in 6th position. Matt is going to have all the dirty air as well as the damage on the front wing. He's trying to come through Kerber Grande. He's gone on the inside. Then he's winging this way. And where is it going to go on the inside? Not quite. And he stays in 6th position. And we've also got Fizzy and Sven there battling away as well. In 9th and 10th position as well. Got Snap in. Steve up until 13th, 12th and 30th position. Good stuff indeed there. And Dave's in the pit, so he's had to change the wing now. And so is Brown as well. JJ has stayed out, and the sprint now is dropping down the order. Sprint has dropped down the order then, as now he's on the pole and start sprint has there, hasn't he? He's really struggling there, isn't he? In the Mercedes there, he hasn't got damage, has he? But now Fizzy's all over the back, he's on the hard compound tire. Fizzy, he's gonna go, he's gonna move on the inside Sky. Oh goodness me, not quite then. Is now sprint there is still. Oh, I think Fizzy's got damage there. He hasn't got end plate there. I don't think on the Alfa Romeo. And oh goodness me, oh what was that? And then Sven there on 4 was in the barrier. He almost went to the barrier. Well, that was like, oh, it's looking at us, and so we're going on the inside then. And now then we got Staff, who is on at 12th position moment, who is oh goodness me, now into the pits because Matt has had to come in the pits and race control has enabled DRS, and for goodness me, these guys don't even need DRS at the moment. There's a lot of slip through, and Harry's up in the 10th position, he's up in the 9th position now. Sven is in 10th position. Steve is coming through over the 11th position. There's a come down in turn 1. I feel like a horse racing commentator. Wow. And Matlin dropping down the order, then Sven, and Sven and Harry now. Sven and Harry and Sven. Harry is down with the 10th position. Steve is up to 10th. No, Steve's up to 10th position. Harry's up to 9th position. He comes from Curva Grande once again. And Matt is still in the pits, and he is dropped down into 40 positions as well. Steve has gone on 10th position. The matter of 3 laps. My goodness me, then he's doing his best impression of Max Verstappen here. Brilliant stuff out from Steve. Absolutely fantastic stuff indeed. As he comes over the curve there. Oh, Harry's gone wide there into the second chicane, and Steve's going to have a look. Not quite then. And hopefully we'll have a bit of calm now in this race. And goodness me, 3 laps of absolutely intense racing there. It's been really good stuff. We've had 3 people in the pits there. Matt's gone the medium tires, hard tires for Dave, and soft tires for Brown then. As unfortunately, I think, we've come a cropper, haven't they? We sent Brown to the ground there, didn't we? We didn't see what happened to Dave. Oh, it's Harry. It's gone on the inside of sprint now. And good move there from Harry. I'm not sure we started off with it. Oh my goodness me, and just stop there. I thought he was going into the wall, this guy. And I gotta say, this is where the action is in the race. Well, brilliant 70 to come down to the parabolica once again, and they're all over each other at the moment, isn't they? Now T. Sam has found his foot, and that's he was on pole position, but unfortunately, oh snap! There is good on white there, but he's kept his foot and Sprint is in the pits, and I didn't think he had damage there. Roscoe is dropped behind because Willie's had a fantastic race on it. It's Roscoe going back on the outside, breaking much later, and good 70 down. Can Woody get back up and going through Curva Grande? Look at the cube behind him, and Fizzy there is up in the 7th position. Fizzy has had an incredible start to this race, hasn't he? Woody is looking phenomenal, in phenomenal shape here at the moment. T. Sammy is up in the 2nd position. T. Sammy is taken the second away from Alston. Oh, but Alston has got a much better run than. I know Woody there is still beyond Roscoe at the moment. So T. Sammy moved up 2nd position. Harry has dropped up gone over the 3rd position. Sorry, he's got 8th position. No, 7th position. But he's he's got a bit squirrely there, and he chops us off Fizzy's nose cone. And Fizzy has damage as well. So he's going to have a lot of understeer as well. But Fizzy's on the hard tires, and Steve's going to have a little look in the inside Lesman. My goodness me, then I thought I was going to hide behind my pillow then like a horror movie then, but absolutely good stuff. Oh, and that starts on the problem, and no, it's okay. Anyway, we do continue racing here in Monza then. Broke runners now all over the back of Snap as well. I think Snap had a bit of a problem there, didn't he? But they coming into the Ascot chicane as well, and good stuff indeed. Oh, look at this! They're all over the back. It's Steve, it's Fizzy, it's Harry, then very experienced, seasoned IRC veterans are going wheel to wheel in one of the fastest circuits in the world. What more do you want to spend your Thursday night doing? This is brilliant stuff. Harry, Steve, Fizzy, all Lyle Stern then as well. DRS will be available, won't they, as well as so the rear wing will open. There it is. It's open for Steve and for Fizzy as well. Fizzy's got damage, so has he on the front wing there of the Alfa Romeo. Then come down into turn 1 as well. Harry feeling a bit defensive there, doesn't he? But he's braked absolutely splendidly well there, hasn't he? Good stuff indeed then. T. Sammy is in 2nd position. He's now strength for that. He's got that strength on. He's got that. Oh, wow, what's going on here? It's Sven and Snap there and Sarah battling away then. As Sven getting a bit wary, isn't he? He was going very leery. Oh, my goodness me, on the first lap then is once again as they come through Curva Grande. Snaps on the outside. Fantastic maneuver. He is through number 10th position. Snap is on course for points there. These two haven't got points yet, have they? Oh, but Snap has gone wide then. His friend's gone wide as well. He's got a yellow flag in front of us. What's going on in front of us? Who is that? I'm sure I said something in the wall there, but I think that might be me. I'm just seeing things now as well. Goodness me. I'm gonna have to get some water because I think I'm hallucinating here. Broke Gorilla up in 12th position, and his Snap and Sven there are battling away, weren't they? They've only got one, but they haven't got any points between them just yet, and have they? So this could be the race that Roscoe and Woody are having an incredible battle. Now Woody's up in the 5th position. Woody's had a fantastic race here today, isn't he? So far this season, he's only scored 15 points, hasn't he? But at the moment there, he's going to score 10 here. Oh, my goodness, we're getting very leery, isn't he? Now that's really going to intrigue Roscoe. Fizzy is now very close to the back of Harry's gearbox as well. Steve, I think, has dropped back, hasn't he, slightly as well? Roscoe there, is he going to run out of room? Is he going to run out of road there? Woody there, oh, he's cutting back on the inside then as well. And into the pits comes Steve. So Steve has had problems, and that's a shame now. That's a shame now for Steve, isn't it? Look at this. Broke Gorilla is going and now go on the inside, is he? No, not quite. And Broke Gorilla there just hanging back slightly. Oh, but Sven's got a bit wide then, and that is Sven's got a 3-second penalty. That's a brutal 3-second penalty, isn't it? Steve's dropped all the way down to 17th position. He's on the hard tires. I'm sorry, Steve is at the moment. We've also got Penny, and oh, Penny's off the track. Penny's off the track there in turn 1, and that is a double going through as well. And my goodness me, and it's incredible race, isn't it? Everywhere you look, there's battles all over the show here, isn't it? Brilliant stuff here. Apart from up front, there's Max is now 3 points 1.2 seconds in front of T-Time in second position, with a 7 second back is Alstok in third position. Timmy in fourth position, Woody fifth, and Roscoe is keeping him company in sixth position with Harry and Fizzy. Oh, goodness gracious, boy! That's a big smash! That's a huge smash. It's not a safety car. It has to be a safety car. It is a safety car in this Italian Grand Prix. Broke Gorilla is out. Timmy's on a problem. Timmy's on a problem. He's gone off his scurry. And I think he's dropped down a couple of positions. Woody's up in the full position. Broke Gorilla is out of the race. Broke Gorilla down having a huge smash there, reminiscent of the Hamilton smash and possibly even the JJ smash of 2009. That's a huge smash indeed there. And that's a shame now. So Broke Gorilla off first time. Into the pits comes Maxi then. So Maxi is in the pits and he's going to change tyres. There's Red Bull. He's going on the hard tyres then. Maxi said as someone on the 4 second penalty there, didn't they? I should have really seen it. It was Alstok. Alstok had the 5 second penalty, I think. Oh dear, and he's also changed to the nose cone of the racing point as well. And that's going to incur an extra 5 seconds as well. Snarf is in. Snarf leads the Italian Grand Prix. Absolutely fantastic stuff from Snarf here today. He leads. Remember, he hasn't pitted yet, but nevertheless, he leads the Italian Grand Prix, and this potentially could pay dividends later on. Then, PB has got a bit of end plate missing on that Williams there. Now going to help it steering towards the Alstok in sixth position there. T-Sammy is third position then. Penny is now to eighth position as well. He hasn't come in the pits either. Matt hasn't come in the pits. Oh goodness me, what's going on between Harry and Timmy? Well, I'm not sure there. I'm thinking if that's what if he has overtaken, then he's going to bring get the position back as well. Pit lane drama for JJ, for Dave, and for Sprint as well. So Sprint is coming out of the pit. Sorry, JJ coming in the pits. Dave out the pits and broke out the pits as well. Oh, a 40 second penalty there for Brown as well. Lap 7 out of 27 then. Those 7 laps have absolutely flown by. Let's take stock of the order, shall we then? So we're on board with the race leader. It is Snap then, having a fantastic race today. This is an absolutely incredible race for Snap. And it's absolutely great stuff indeed, isn't it? And can Snap get some points? And I think that has to be the aim, isn't it? By the moment, he is leading the race there. He is leading the race in the Italian Grand Prix with Maxi second, T-Savvy third. We got PB in fourth position. He's got damage to the front wing now. Woody on an inspired driving fifth position, but he's in front. Oh, he's got a 5 second penalty. Woody has that. Oh dear, I'm so sorry, Woody. He was on a great race up until that point, wasn't he? So once again there, I put the kibosh onto that, don't I? But he's in fifth position at the moment there. Woody is, and he's still having a fantastic race, even with that 5 second penalty. Asdog 6, 7th is double. So at the moment then, Asdog is the meat and the half sandwich. He is in 7th position, and so we've got a bit of fisticuffs going on between Fizzy and Steve. So then we've got Penny in 8th position. Remember, he had an inspired drive last time out, but Bowdred did once again another low down for circuit like monster. Penny is loving the fast circuits. He's in the pits. So Penny comes into the pits then, and so Penny's in the pits then. So Roscoe in 8th position. Matt is now in 9th position then. 10th position is a look at this as Steve has gone on to the Penny has gone on to the onto the hard compound tires. We've also got pit drama as well as Fizzy's in the pits as well. I wonder if Fizzy's come a cropper. They're changing the nose cone on the Alfa Romeo Sauber, and that is not good at all. Then Brown is just come out in front of us, so he is out on the medium tires as well. So Fizzy's on a bit of a nightmare event here tonight, isn't he? He's now on the medium tires as he comes back out as well. Back through the field, and Harry's not in 10th position. Timmy is in the 10th position. Steve 12th, 13th is Sven. JD 14th. Dave in 15th position. Sprint 16th. Penny is 17th. 18th position is Brown, and 19th is Fizzy, who's just come back in the pits again. Then, at the moment we've got a mixture of medium tires, so hard tires for Penny, for Steve, and for Timmy, and for Roscoe. Double Asdog and Woody. Medium tires for the rest of the field. Not a soft compound tire in sight at this stage of the race, then, and well, I think we did have actually. Oh, as I slap my foot stamp into the bay, the safety car. I think he's just giving Burt Mylander a good old wave there. Just tell him to hurry up then, hurry up. He wants to get on with the race, and so do we as well, don't we? And Car 80 then is, I think he's done a fantastic job, Slap has at the moment, as he's been in some incredible battles, hasn't he? It's good to see as well. And of course, then I think unfortunately we start battling so many brutal battles in the midfield. It does hamper your points scoring positions. Oh, there it is. We're back in. The safety car is back in, and we'll be back back racing now. Snav is the control of the pace now. And when is he going to go then? When is he going to drop the hammer then? The very experienced Renault driver, that is, I think that's all the cars that are going behind him now as well. He has to let Burnt Mylander get into the pits then before he drops the hammer then. We have got a lot of shenanigans going on in the background here between Steve and Timmy as well then. There's another Renault there of Harry as well. Look at this at the drag race, didn't they? Remember in 2000, I think Schumacher really closed the pack down, didn't he? And Button went off the track there, didn't he? I think it was 2000, wasn't it? I remember Button in the Williams. Are we go? I think stuff is going. I think he's going. It's going now here. And we're back racing. And then look at this. Max is all over the back. Maxie, look at him. They're climbing all over him. We're back going here in Monza. And look at them all there. 4 breaths. And PB is coming through. PB is having a second position. PB is having a second position. He's going for the lead. Is he? Not quite enough. PB is going for the lead. But oh, goodness me. They're all sandwiched. That's how stuck being in a sandwich. Oh, wow. And they were getting very close and personal there, weren't they? But they've all got through. And I think Matt and Roscoe are buying away as well. Matt dropped down to 7th position. Stab is down to 6th position. And he is just, he looks like he's on the dirt line. And Roscoe's now going to come on the inside. They're coming down Cobra Grande. He's up in the 6th position. Roscoe is. And Snapland dropping down to 7th position then. There's Double Cream Cat also dropping down in 11th position as well then. And look at that. There's the Haas of Willie there showing he's got some pace here tonight. I think brilliant stuff. Oh, he's going to go on the inside of PB. Not quite. As PB's got down, hasn't he? That's why he's got a lot of understeer there. He's going to really struggle there. Oh, as he comes out of the second Lesmo as well then. And so coming now down and look, there's a Ferrari in the background. That's Dave now flying the Ferrari flag, isn't he? And now Roscoe is all over the back of Woody there. And oh, they're side by side snapping back, going into the Oda circuit there. Matt's up and doing for the 7th position as well. And we've also got Dave battling away with JJ. Dave is up and doing 40th position as well. Good stuff indeed then for the Ferrari driver. Brilliant stuff indeed then. And look at Roscoe. Roscoe is looking at this on PB. It's a towing these guys on. PB is in the wrong field. He's in the wrong place. You've got a yellow flag in the background. That's Brown who's come off the track, I think. Just behind as well. And oh, Woody's got off there. Roscoe's got up the inside then as well. And so Roscoe, Woody is now on the back foot. Matt's moved himself back up to the 6th position, and that safety car's actually really helped Matt. Timmy's dropped down to the 10th position, and with Harry up into 9th position as well. And PB there, it's we're going drag racing down into the first corner. Drag race. Look at all those 3 brakes in the background. There's 2 Renaults. How are they all getting through? They are indeed. Oh, that's also Timmy trying to get through as well. They bump over the curb, and Snap is still in 9th position at the moment. But Timmy there is. Oh, that's a Mercedes. That was a Mercedes got off the track. I think it was Penny. Penny is having an adventure. They're coming out of the first sector as well. Then Roscoe is in 4th position there. We got T. Sammy's got a 3-second penalty as well. We got Timmy who's now in front of Staffen, back up into 10th position. Good stuff indeed then. And they come into the 2nd sector as well. And Woody is dropping down to 6th position. But we've also got Double and Dave. Dave and Double. Double's on a problem. Double's off the track. He's in the ground there. He's trying to come back on the track now. Brown there. He's going to overtake Double, and he's dropped down to 18th position as well. T-Star release the race win with Max. He dropped down to 2nd position. Stop is gone in the race. He's on a smash in the second Lesmo. Oh, virtual safety car. Snap is the man who was leading this race there for the last couple of laps. It's out of the race, and what a shame. Oh no, what a shame there for Asdog then. That is a huge shame, wasn't it? Because he was doing a fantastic race up until now, and oh dear. That's a huge disappointment there, isn't it, for Snap? Because I got to say, I was really enjoying this race up until that point, and but unfortunately then Snap out of this race. But up until that point, he was had a fantastic drive, wasn't he? Maxi is only 2 tenths a second behind him. Oh my goodness me, look at this. Maxi that wants to get going, doesn't he? Look at this, we're waiting for the green flag, When's it going to come? Is it going to come now? We're going to find out, and it's Maxi there is just trying to, oh, pit drama. JJ's in the pits then. And yeah, JJ is in the pits then. So I think he's had a come across on the McLaren, and we're ready to get racing on. It's a very long virtual safety car period, isn't it? The tires are going to drop down in the terms of the temperature as well. And then goes to keep the brakes always going to be cool as well. It's a very long virtual safety car, isn't it? Now we're back going then, and now we're back racing here in Monza. Then look at this. Woody there is now it's Matt who's all over the back of Woody. Then Woody is defending his 5th position as well. We've also got Racing Point who's on the outside of the McLaren then, but Timmy is kept his hold firm, kept his line. PB has dropped down in position there. PB has dropped down 2 positions, then he's dropped down into 7th position as well, and his Harry is now in 10th position. But look at them all, they're coming to the back. Staff is after session. Timmy is going to have a look on the inside, not quite into the second Lesman then, as a PB there has become the cork in the bottle. Who is that going off the track? I think that was Sven. It was Sven there. Sven who also hasn't scored any points here. Then can he get some points in this race? And let's look at this. Steve is going to go on the inside and coming up into the left. Oh my goodness me! Timmy almost cut him out there. Timmy is through. Is he? Not quite. It's once again, we've got a 3 second penalty for PB. Harry's on the try there. And Steve there sneaks through there. And that's a great overtake there for Steve. Oh goodness me! That's Sven. He's gone off the track. He's had a smash. He's in the wall. He's in the wall with that scary. And is he going to get going again? Is there going to be a safety car? There's no safety car. Sven is okay there. He carries on. Harry is dropping down a couple of positions as he damaged the car. I don't think he has one of his tires. Just safety car. We have a safety car then. It is a safety car then. I think that safety car is out very late as well. As Maxi has taken the lead here in Monza. Second position there is T. Sammy Aston in first position. Pit drama. Matt is in the pits and he's going on to the hard compound tire now. Matt Timmy's in the pits as well. Double cream car's got a 5 second penalty for ignoring the safety car. Ignoring the what's he ignoring? The flags. That's it. Timmy coming out of the pits now. He's on the medium tires. And medium tires for Dave as well in the Ferrari. Oh my goodness me. We got a Q. We got a Q PB. And what's going on here? There's T. Sammy there is dropping down into. No, he's still second position. Armstrong's damaged for the wing. He's damaged the wing on that racing point. And I'm wondering that these guys have done the Delta, I think. So potentially we might have we're going to have new leaders here. As I think one of the Red Bulls might just being flagged through at the moment. Then, oh gosh, 12 laps. I've really earned my I've really earned my monster after this race. I'm like, blimey, it is. Oh no, David's been doing a drive for a penalty for speeding under the safety car. I think luckily for Dave, he can take it. I think under the safety car, which technically in the rule of Formula 1 you can't really, can you? But of course, we won't mention that, will we? So hopefully Dave can take that drive-through penalty under the safety car, and hopefully he won't lose as much time as he would if it is actually live racing green flag lap, wasn't he? My goodness me, I've watched too many IndyCar highlights, haven't I? Anyway, so Maxi there is retaking the lead there, just coming up to. I've missed the overtake of the lead there twice now, no, because there's so much frantic action in the midfield then. Maxi stays out. Sammy stays out as well then. So pit stop then. Asdog's coming in the pits and Roscoe stays out as well then. So all the guys on the hard tires are staying out. T. Sammy is on the medium tires at the moment, isn't he? He did say he was struggling with the pace then, but so Asdog coming in the pits and he's going to have to change on that. Oh, he's also got a 5 second penalty. This is going to hurt Asdog. Look at Steve. I'm in the 5th position now. We're going to take stock of the what is actually occurring in this race in just a few moments time then. Where is Asdog going to come out then? He hasn't changed the nose cone. Racing Point haven't changed the nose cone, and look at this then. If the front runners came in the pits then, I think that they still would have got out in front of Matt, who is the highest demand now in terms of the man who's pitted again. Timmy in 10th position, then 11th position is Harry, and in 12th position is Dave. Dave hasn't taken it drive through penalty, I don't think yet. PB in 13th position, he has changed the nose cone. Double 14th, he's on 12 lap old hard tire. I think Double's the only man who hasn't stopped yet, and so I'm wondering if he might just throw in a set of medium tires now, perhaps. Then. So, lap 13 in this absolutely incredible race so far. Oh, and oh gosh me, oh goodness me. Then I'm glad I've been working from home today. My gosh, I think I'll be exhausted by now. I think they're gonna have to peel me off the floor by the end of this race. Incredible stuff. Anyway, let's take stock, shall we? Lap 13 out of 27. Maxi leads. Second is T. Sammy. Third is Roscoe. Fourth is Woody. Fantastic drive from Woody. Steve, an incredible driver. Stupendous drive from Steve in 5th position. Brilliant. Sprint in 6th position. Fizzy in 7th. Matt 8th. Asdog in 9th position, Tibby in 10th, Harry in 11th position, Dave in 12th, PB 13th, Double 14th, Petty 15th, JJ 16th, Brown 17th, 18th is Sven. Retirement, Snap retired at the I think the second part of the lesson, I think, and Broke Gorilla retired at the first part of the lesson. Those are our 2 retirements so far. We've had 2 safety cars, we've had a virtual safety car as well. Action packed, what do you expect here in Monza? It is always going to be action packed, isn't it? Safety car lights are still on, so we've got one more lap then behind the safety car at the moment, and we are coming up to half distance actually. We're about to, I think we're actually half distance around. Well, I think about half a lap ago. So yeah, we are now over half distance as well. As Fizzy is overtaken Matt there, hasn't he? As I think that. I think there was other way around. I apologise. So just saying, look, and then into the pits goes Double now. So Double is in the pits, and you can see then they're waiting to change the tyres, and he's got a 5 second penalty. As now changing the tyres, he's got on the medium tyres. Double is. Will he get to the end of that? I gotta say that's going to be a bit of a stretch there for Double, but he's rolling the dice, isn't he? In the hard drive, good stuff indeed. Then. Oh, wow, and absolutely, look at this, it's a beautiful day here in Monza, isn't it? Absolutely stunning stuff, isn't it? It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon, a summer Sunday afternoon here in Monza, isn't it? Of course, usually the race does take place in September, doesn't it? The autumn time of the year, isn't it? Or is it still something? I think it's autumn, isn't it? Oh. And we got all kinds of going on here. As Penny, they're all overtaking each other. There's Fix Focus getting very good. Oh, he's bumped across the curb there, Sven. He hasn't damaged the car. He's okay. So that's good stuff there from Sven then. But yeah, getting a bit too close for comfort there, wasn't he? In the first chicane now, wouldn't they? It's almost struggling to speak at them. Oh my goodness me! I feel that I've done a full race so far. This in these 14 laps. My goodness me, we've had so much drama, so much excitement, so much tension, and so much action. We've only had 14 laps around. Oh my goodness me, we're going to get more now as well. Safety car is in at the end of this lap then. So hold on to whatever you're holding on to, folks. This is going to get. Oh no! Matt has had a brutal 10-second penalty. And to be honest, I actually I feel the pain now because I think I had the exact same thing that happened to me a couple of days ago. So yeah, it's brutal. You get a 10-second penalty in the Ascara chicane there, so I think that's very unfair as well. I'm wondering if that might be taken away then. So anyways, we got lap 14 out of 27, and Maxi is the pace sitter this time. And let's see. Oh, damage on Roscoe's car. He's gone to the back of his teammate. The two Toro boys have come together, and Ortiz Savvy has also got a severe collision. There's no damage. There's more damage there. Oh, there's debris all over. Roscoe's also got something. Roscoe's got damage there on both end plates. That's huge damage. We're back racing. Max is at the perfect start. He is. Oh, look at this. And Roscoe's dropping down the order. They can't overtake until he's in the pits. I wonder if Woody's going to be able to get away with that because Steve's flown over the front. He's flown over the front position, and Roscoe's in trouble. He's down the order. Dave is also having the pits as well to serve that drive through penalty. Sprinters up in the fourth position. They're coming down into turn one. Oh, goodness me. And Steve is in front position. Incredible stuff from Steve. He's coming from the field incredibly wisely. A brilliant drive from Cedar, absolutely composed, cool as a cucumber. Now Fizzy's also coming through the field as well. He's up in the fifth position. Brilliant stuff. Never give up in IRC because that's exactly what's occurring here. Steve was in the back of the field. Fizzy was on the back foot. And now we got Landstog who's battling away. Woody has gone miles in. And he's come across the cane now. Where is he? He's coming back out now. He's lost a lot of time now, so he's lost more than he's gained then. Oh, who is that going through Sobo? So for the first test, but that's incredible stuff. It is Fizzy and Landstog. Brilliant stuff in the first test. But well, in a second, where are they? There they are. Oh, and Landstog there. No, it's Fizzy. They're almost going wide there. And now Timmy is through and up into sixth position. I think it's now he's got the advantage. He's got the advantage. He's come up into the Ascara chicane once again, and he's going to have a look. No, not quite then. And they come into the Ascara chicane and a lot more. I got to say, I think there's a lot more calmer at the front and the back of the field, but the midfield there, it's absolutely frantic, isn't it? So Steve's up in the front position. My eyes, that's absolutely incredible stuff from Steve. It's absolutely a magnificent first half of this race. Absolutely brilliant stuff indeed. There is no, that's a very brutal comment there. We'll talk about that in a minute. Oh no, Woody's had a problem. Woody is having a nightmare second half of the race so far. He's dropped out of the 30th position there. Oh, that's a shame indeed. Matt then is also gaining on Fizzy as well. Is it coming down the back straight? And we're coming down the back straight once again. And he's going to have a look. Not quite on. JJ is now. Oh, he's up to 12th position. So he's up to 11th position. He's up to 12th position. He's down to 12th, I should say. And where is that? Alpha Male come from? Oh, and look at this. And again, too close here. Oh, JJ's got a bit of the squirrel going on there, hasn't he? He comes out now and he got a low pedal there. And the back end was starting to wag, wasn't it? Like a tail, like a dog's tail. And now Sven there is gaining. Coming on Kermit Grandin. A lovely shot here. Lovely season. It's coming to the second chicane. Sven is going on the outside. That would have been it. Oh, he's gonna hit him. Oh, he spins around. Sven does. He spins around. Then he lovely pirouette there from Sven. Then that was absolutely beautifully beautifully executed there. Fantastic stuff indeed. Then dare I take my eyes off the stream? Then I don't think I can, but I must. As we got JS there. It's just that I hope JJ crashes out there. Oh, lovely stuff indeed there. A bit brutal, was there? To say the least. Well, at the moment he's in third position on a spectacular drive in the McLaren car 15, and he's only a couple positions out of the points at the moment. So he's gone a bit wide on there on the AstroTurf as well, but he is still going. He has still got all his wings in the right direction, which is what you need, isn't it? Max is at the fast half of the race as well. Alsdog is now all over the back of sprinters. He's Steve is now pulling away there, isn't he? In third position. Steve is handling incredible drive there. I think he wants that drive today, doesn't he? Absolutely brilliant stuff out there for the Racing Point. Good stuff indeed. Looking at more Lionel Stone, it's an incredible viewpoint, isn't it? Coming down into turn 1. We've only got 10 laps to go, and this is the second half of the race, believe it or not. This has been absolutely incredible stuff, isn't it? Of course, Monza is usually one of the tracks that usually won the races that fly by, and just because of the average speeds around here, James got 3-second penalty. He's going to go on the outside. Matt's going to go on the outside. Here he comes through Kermit Grande. Oh my goodness, Sebastian Vettel Alonso has impressive stuff there, and he is up into 8th position there. Brilliant stuff there. Oh, but he's gone wide. Fizzy's going to come back on him. He's going to have a lunge out on the inside of the left road. Not quite then. And someone a bit wide down the background as well. It's a great move there from Matt coming out of Kermit Grande. Brilliant stuff then, and he is through and up into 7th position then. Absolutely amazing stuff indeed then. As a sprint there is in sprint is in full position mode now. I think this is the closest battle on track at the moment, or is it? Because now we've got a battle for the lead. Then there's 6/10 of a second between Maxi and T-Sam. Sprint's gone wide. Then that is going to really entice Alsdog. Alsdog is now right on his gearbox, right under the fuse. Look at me, say Lionel Stone. They come down to the parabolica. As there's a Haas there, very wayward in the background as well. I think that's Woody. And oh goodness me! And no, look at that! There's a yellow flag free. That's what the Alfa Romeos there is. Sven there is come off the track again. Oh no, it's a Penny's off the track. Penny's off the track. Penny is off the track. And he's trying to get back on the track now, isn't he? I wonder if he was trying to take evasive action, because I'm sure it's in an Alfa Romeo come off the track there earlier on then. So that's not unfortunate for Penny there. He came off worse there, didn't he? So that's a shame now for Penny, isn't it? Brown there is now getting very close to the back of Woody as well. Woody is just trying to get himself back from the field, and Alsdog is once again all over the big gearbox once again of Sprint. Sprint's on an incredible race, or dare I say the strongest race of his IRC career, perhaps, as Penny. There's no yellow flag as well. I think it's for Penny there coming in the pits and then just changing the front nose coming right. Oh my goodness me! And Terry is through past Alsdog. Alsdog's had a problem there. Alsdog's had a problem there. He's damaged the car. And oh dear me! So Alsdog has damaged the car. And look at this! And we've also they're back again. And look at Matt and Timmy is side by side going into the Ascar chicane. Timmy's dropped down to the 6th position. Matt has moved up in the 5th position. And we've also got Fizzy's got in front of Alsdog, and Alsdog has dropped down. He's also got 3-second penalty there for his trouble as well, and so getting a bit brutal out there at the moment there, isn't it, for Alsdog? The battle up at the front end is now down to a 10th of a second as well. This is what it is. It's T. Sammy who has taken the lead in the Monza Grand Prix, and the fans and Lucas are going to be going wild there, aren't they? Considering now we've got a battle. Dave is off the track and the Ascari chicane, and the Ferrari driver is having problems then. He is trying to I think just try and get back on the track there in a safe position, and I've got to say, I think, oh, Maxi's back through. Sammy has dropped back down to 2nd position. Alsdog is in the pits. Timmy and Matt are side by side down into the first chicane as well. Woody has also gone by PB as well and moved up into 9th position then as Alsdog is back in the pits. And what a shame then for Alsdog. Look, the two Williams guys are now battling for the final point at the moment, and JJ is not far away from him as well. So yeah, don't take your eyes off this one. No, don't take your eyes off this one. Talking down, Sammy is back through, and he is back in the lead then of the Italian Grand Prix. He's done 12 laps on the medium tires. He's going to be able to get to the end on those medium compound tires. He's already satisfied the rules, hasn't he? He's done the medium and the soft tires then. But Max there is not letting him go, is he? We've had such an incredible battle in the midfield there. We've also had an incredible battle at the front, but the intense battle in the midfield has meant that we have missed out on some of this incredible action at the front there between Maxi and T-Sammy. T-Sammy is going to really have to kind of really save his tires, or is he can he save his tires? Can he get him to the end then, or has he got another plan up his sleeve? And look in the background there, that is Matt all over the back of Sprint, and he is not all over the back anymore. He's side by side. Timmy is also going to follow him through. Sprint is on the inside then. We're on board Sprint then. Look left. That's a McLaren. It is Timmy then who has gone through. Sprint is in the pits. I'm not sure what's happened to Sprint then. As Maxi is still in a second position then. That's unfortunate there for That's unfortunate for Sprint. He was on an incredible race. I wasn't even 2 minutes down in 5th position. Fizzy on a cracking drive in 6th position, isn't he? After the trials and tribulations he's had in the opening stint. Same with Matt as well. Remember Matt damaged the wing off the back of T Sammy, didn't he? When T Sammy launched his car over the grid over the high curbs there in the second sector. But he's now back up in the 4th position. A great drive from Matt and for Steve and for Timmy and for Fizzy. Good stuff indeed. Then just taking a look down the field. Oh, it's Sprint now. It's coming out in front of Sven, and he has got soft tires, fresh soft tires to the end there. So soft tires going to get to the end is the question then. It's now then we're just watching the T Sammy's now starting to pull away slightly, isn't he? It's old Ian Torres going to get to the end then. Has T Sammy pulled off a master stroke here? And Fizzy is now up into it's got past Timmy. Has had a problem, I think. Has he damaged the car? I don't think he has there, but Timmy is really lost momentum, hasn't he? I wonder if he went a bit wayward there in the Escar and won the Lesmos there, and that has allowed Fizzy to go through and up into 5th position there in the Alfa Romeo. Good stuff indeed there. Brown has got a 3-second penalty there in the background as well, and this is the battle for the lead then. This is T Sammy there, who's now 5 tenths a second in front then. Maxie's getting on him as well. Status quo then to come over the line as well. Then we've got 6 laps to go, and we're on board with the man who was on pole position. No, he was he? No, it was T Sammy, wasn't it? I think it was actually. Yeah, it was T Sammy. Goodness me, I can't remember what qualifying was. But T Sammy was on pole position, is now battling with so the two men who were battling for the lead then, sort of battling for pole positions, now also battling for the lead here in Monza. As Max is taking one with a cute angle there, coming out Curva Grande, isn't it? In the background, then we've got Steve, who's 5 seconds away in the 3rd position. We've got Matt, who's the 2nd away in 4th position. Timmy is now starting to home back in on Fizzy as well. That is the only other close battle. It's under a second at the moment in the grid. There is now we're starting to get a field spread, albeit JJ is now really started to pull up his socks, so to speak. He's in the 11th position as well. Penny's got 3-second penalty down in 70th position as well. And also Roscoe is now gaining on Sven as well, as this is the battle for 14th and 15th position. Roscoe all the way down after that safety car restart. He damaged both end plates, didn't he, on the back of his teammate, and yeah, that didn't go too well at all, did it, for the Toro Rosso boys. And oh my god, Sven there, I think Sven there is having a bit of a problem there, wasn't he, in the Alfa Romeo. And I was going to have a look at Fizzy, and Timmy is now starting to get very close company as well, as is Maxi, my goodness me, I don't know where to look. We're going to look at the leaders first, and it's like coming through the parabolic once again, and a T Sammy is launched off of that beautifully well as they come up the grid. Sven is got by Roscoe. And look at this, Maxi is going to run out straight, and Tammy, no, it's a T Sammy there who's just gone the fence there. He has gone wide though, then it's going to allow then this might really help. I'm getting lost for words there, as we've also got JJ and Brown there also battling for the final point here in Monza as well, and both those two drivers definitely want some points there, don't they? And JJ is getting really close. So Brown actually is getting very close. Well, he's past Brown. He's moved up into 10th position. I see Brown and break much later. Too late, I think. And now JJ is through. He's danced on the outside. He is through and up in the 10th position. And JJ is in the points then. He has got that solitary point then. So far from the McLaren team. Brilliant 17. McLaren on a good day with Timmy in 6th and JJ now in the points as well. Brown dropping down into a 11th position then. Good 17 then. Sprint now coming to the back of Double as well then, as the Sprint is also trying to make his way back from the field. He's on the soft tires, also on the soft tires as Dave as well. The soft tires should get to the end from here, but yeah, so those are the only two on the soft tires. And so fast lap, I'm not sure who's got the fast lap. I remember get bonus point for fast lap, but I can't remember who's got it. My goodness me. The battle for the lead is now starting to once again then. The gap is fluctuating and coming up and coming down. T Sammy and Maxi, I think T Sammy's got more penalties than Sprint there, as Double there is parked in the middle of the road there, hasn't he? But the Sprint goes on the outside, he passes Double coming up to the Escar chicane, and Double's now 12th position. Sprint's in 12th position. He's 5.5 seconds away from Brown, and that is also the battle for the final points as well. And so this is going to get very tense indeed. That now it's the other way around. Now it's Brown who's got DRS over JJ. Can JJ defend his position? Oh, Brown's got awful understeer. I was thinking, oh my goodness me, and then he had oversteer as well. And good car control there from Brown. Then good stuff indeed. Then Astok is now on the outside of Sven. Sven is on the inside. The parabolica, good stuff indeed. Sven has gone round. He's hit the wall. He's damaged the car. Sven has damaged the car. And oh dear. So Sven there, as the one on the outside there, and Sven there. I think he's a bit. Oh dear. Safety car. We got a safety car. Sven has, but unfortunately Sven. Oh, he's in the wall now. I think he wished he had that safety car. Couple of minutes before. Who's anyone going to benefit from the safety car now? Then I'd say Dave will. I'd say Penny will as well. Maybe Asdog. So this is another. This is going to be an incredible end to the Italian Grand Prix, isn't it? Oh gosh, do we need any more excitement here tonight? Well, I definitely didn't. My goodness me, then. But we're definitely going to get in. We lap 23 out of 27 here in Monza, and who's going to come in the pits? So at the moment, then I think it's Penny is. Is Penny or Dave going to come in the pits? No, they're both staying out there. So they're both staying out there. Is anyone going to come in the pits and go into any tyres? That this is going to be interesting. If T Sammy comes in, Maxi might stay out. If it might be one or the other. Maxi's rolled the dice and he is coming to the pits. Then is anyone else going to come in the pits as well? Then? So Max has rolled the dice. He's in the pits. Is anyone else going to come in the pits? Steve's in the pits. And Matt is staying out. Then he's staying out. He's done 11 laps on his hard tyres. Matt has. So we got Steve in the pits as well. Is that Fizzy's also in the pits? And so this is going to be interesting. Matt, he is now on the soft compound tyre. He when how long the safety car is going to be out for? Are they going to be able to make up the time they're going to lose coming in the pits? That is the question, isn't it? And PB is now, look at this, PB is climbing up the order. He's in fourth position. Oh, PB is having a strong race. He's having a stellar race in the Williams, isn't he? Steve is now coming out in fifth position, Fizzy in sixth position. Wonder, yeah, Sprint there. Look at this Sprint. This is really played beautifully into the hands of Sprint. He's just coming to the pits a couple of laps ago. And he has slotted himself in between Fizzy and Steve. Sixth position, great stuff from car 93. Lovely stuff indeed. Then Harry in ninth position. Roscoe is now in 10th position. Or is he? No, because Double has got through. So Roscoe is Double is now in 10th position. Roscoe then for Alston in 12th position there. I wonder if Alston should have come in the pits. I wonder if he's got any tyres left, though, isn't it? I think that might be the problem now, is the lack of tyres, which might be which the cars might have then. So how long is the safety car going out for? I reckon we're going to have 2 laps then of racing then around here then. So hopefully, well, I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping the safety car coming at the end of this lap, but I think they're the field is too spread at the moment, isn't it? So, this is the story of what's just happened then. So, T-Sammy and Matt have stayed out. T-Sammy's done 17 laps then on those medium tyres, and Matt has stayed out. He's done 12 laps on the hard tyres. Maxi is on the soft tyres then. He is going to be lightning in the bottom, isn't he? He's going to be flying then for the final couple laps. And when is the safety car going to come in then? T-Sammy and Matt would like the safety car to stay for as long as possible. Maxi wanted to come in as soon as possible. PB hasn't come in the pits here, and he's had a fantastic drive in 4th position then. C in 5th position then. He is on the soft tyres. I thought he was going into the back of PB. That wouldn't have helped Steve at all. Steve's had a fantastic race, and Sprinter's also not coming in as well, but he is benefiting hugely from these safety car. Absolutely brilliant stuff indeed then. Then we got Fizzy, who's coming to the pits, with Timmy and Harry as well. Double has stayed out on the medium tyres in 10th position, and Roscoe is also on over tyres as well. Asdog's in the pits now then. So Asdog is coming into the pits, and we've got 25 out of 27 then. It is all to play for still. Lucas has just said Sven caused an unnecessary safety car there when he crashed out then. Unfortunately, Sven retired from the race, didn't he? We've only had 3 retirements so far in this race. Good stuff indeed. Then Alstog is now coming in. He's gone on soft tyres. Alstog has. He's going to be quick as well. JJ is now is also the last man to pit, I think, and he's now in 15th position as well. Penny is in 6th position, and Dave is in 17th position as well. Then 3 laps, and I'm hoping the safety car comes in the end of the lap then, because it's a shame that it did come in the lap before, didn't it? Obviously, it's not a shame there for the likes of Penny and Dave, then, who are now catching up to the back then. So we're going to have 2 laps of Fast and Furious action around Monza. So this is the 3rd safety car in this race there. As Lucas said, this one might have been slightly unnecessary, of course, but of course it has made a very interesting end to this incredible Italian Grand Prix. Really been absolutely incredible stuff. From lap 1 to lap 25, we have had action all the way up and down the field. This has been an absolutely incredible race here in Super. So I'm waiting for that magical message for the safety car to come in then. We're just waiting for I think Dave there is just trying to catch up to the back of the field then. And so there it is, the safety car is in then, and that now T-Sam is going to be the safety car. He's going to have to have an almighty last 2 laps there, isn't it? Albeit he has got track position actually, but around here track position is not the be all and end. Oh no! And T-Sam and Matt almost came to blows there. Oh dear, his safety car has been T-Sam has got a severe collision with Matt. Oh no, that's not going to toss it. T-Sam was trying to warm his tires. I think Matt was just trying to get his brake and accelerator going. Wow, T-Sam, I think that's a 10-second penalty in total for T-Sam. He might not be able to do anything about his race win here. And you can see them, we're all going to be up and going now. Steve is thrown over the 5th position. Great stuff from Steve, but of course you can't overtake till the finish line. We go! And here we go once again. And so as Matt is now in 2nd position, as Maxi is now coming front. Look at what they're like. Also, here comes the PB, here comes Sprint. So they're coming down into turn 1 then. And look at this, there's a Roscoe's already gone by. Oh my goodness me, that's the bound for the lead. And all that is they're coming to blows. And the turn 1 wasn't going to blow. PB is up in the 2nd position. PB is up in the 2nd position. Matt goodness, coming to blows. Oh goodness me, look at him over 2.2 inside the nose arc, isn't it? And then Matt is now in the second position. He's damaged the car. No, he hasn't. This might hurt Max, you know, isn't it? Because remember, T-Time's got a 10-second penalty. I think at least I don't know what, but the old penalty is when they come down into the second chicane. PB! Maxie's gone into PB. Oh, not the other way around. Then it's Maxie's in the wall. He's out of the race. And he's coming back on the track there. But luckily, his car stops him. PB, has he got damage there? Has he got damage then? No, he hasn't. That Williams just made a steal. Incredible stuff. Springs back into full position. Fantastic stuff there. Maxie out of the race then. And now, and this might have been Max's race for the win, perhaps, and possibly, but it's all gone. It's all shook up there with that safety car in the final stage of this race. And Harry's gone. Harry's out of the race as well. JJ, I think's out of the race. And Brown, we've had a big smash in the background. We've had a big smash in the background, haven't we? I think 3 cars are out then. 3 cars are out the second left, but as they come through the second Scar chicane. And who is that? And that was getting very tense. I didn't see the clash there as well. As Lucas said, it's carnage. It really is carnage. Steve is taking second position. Steve is taking second position. He could potentially be on course for an absolutely unlikely winning here. Fizzy is in second position. Peewee is dropping down to second position as well. Roscoe in 8th position. This has been absolutely, as Lucas said, it's carnage. But Mars go back for the lead. He's going back for the lead for the Italian Grand Prix. Who is going to win this race? And Mars back on the inside. And he's gone wide then. Steve is now going to go back up and under his seat. Matt has parked his car on the apex there, right in the firing line there. We lost 3 cars and 4 cars in that final safety car exchange then. See, he's going on the outside again then. Oh, look at this. It's going to be like a way around there. There's Matt defending this. Stick comes from Cooper Grandy on the outside. He's on the inside. He passes Matt. David's got a 10-second penalty. That might curtail his chance for points. Steve's down to the outside. He's through it up into second position. Fantastic stuff from Steve. And he is now in second position. Matt is in first position. Sprint is down. Under a lot of pressure down from the McLaren. Timmy in 5th position. Then Fizzy in 6th position. Then we've got PB 7th. Great stuff for Ross going for Woody in 9th position. Outside in 10th position. Then we've got Penny who's 2 seconds back there. This is the battle for 5th and 6th position. For 4th and 5th position. Matt is going to feels like he's being sucked in there, isn't he? As these guys are kind of behind him. As the McLaren now just having a little cheeky peek there, wasn't he, on the sprint then. And as we got T-Sam there, he's coming down the parabolic for the 27th and final time. David's got another 3-second penalty as the penalty is starting to rack up. Roscoe is through and past PB as well. And absolutely incredible stuff there. This is the last corner. T-Sammy wins the Italian Grand Prix, or does he? Here comes Steve. Steve wins the Italian Grand Prix. The absolutely fantastic drive from last on the grid to win the Italian Grand Prix. Fantastic stuff from Steve. That is absolutely one of the best drives you'll ever see in league racing history. That is absolutely fantastic stuff. His 2nd race win of the season from last on the grid. To win this race then. What a drive from Steve. Car 45, absolutely mega stuff. Drive for the season, anyone? Well, I think that Steve might win that hands down. Absolutely fantastic race here tonight. Oh goodness gracious me, what an absolutely incredible race here tonight. Absolutely, it was carnage from the opening bow to the final whistle. It was brilliant stuff, wasn't it? To the to lights out, to checker flag there. Absolutely incredible stuff indeed then. Let's take a look at the final classification then from the Italian Grand Prix. Hats off to the first 5 who didn't get any penalties at all, which got them absolutely impressive, got them up into the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. Driver of the day, anyone? Well, I think that we've already got I think we've already got our answer, haven't we? Steve there wins the race there from 20th to 2nd, 20th to win. Sprint 2nd, Fizzy 3rd, brilliant drive. 4th, Roscoe 5th, Woody outstanding. Timmy 6th, Arstock 7th, T Sammy down in 8th, PB 9th, Matt in 10th. Then we have Penny, Double and Dave. Retirements to JJ, Harry, Brown, Maxie, Sven, Snap and Bro Gorilla all retired from this Italian Grand Prix. Deep breath, everyone. Fantastic step. Jan van den Brink said, what an incredible race. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks to the stars. So the stars today was the super guys. It really was. And an absolutely incredible drive from Steve. From last on the grid to win the Italian Grand Prix. It's absolutely incredible stuff. I am buzzing. That was a brilliant drive. It really is, said. And I'm going to have to calm myself down now. and get ready for bed. Thank you all for joining us tonight. It's been absolutely a mega race day, and possibly my favourite race of the season. Oh, that's a big claim, isn't it? But I definitely enjoyed that. Keep an eye on the Facebook and Instagram pages, of course, from both Elite and Super, as we'll also just catch an eye about the action as well as the championship standings. Of course, Elite will return for the longest race of the calendar, which is the Singapore Grand Prix. We've had the fastest race of calendar in terms of the time, in terms of Monza. But next week, I reckon the race is going to be nudged on an hour. Before we do go, we have got Fizzy, who's got a podium in his Alfa Romeo. And not only that, that's the second podium of the season. Brilliant stuff, Fizzy. What a drive.
Oh, mate, I'm buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. I wasn't expecting that. I knew there were some penalties ahead. I concentrated. I had a lack of qualifying pace. But, yeah, concentrated on race pace and keeping my nose clean. And, yeah, right, I pitted one too many times because they didn't change the wing the first time around. But under the safety car, it didn't matter. And then, yeah, just kept my head down. Try to keep out of trouble as best as I could, and yeah, ultimately it's paid off with a third place. I'm absolutely over the moon.
And that was the key word, staying out of trouble today. My goodness me, that midfield battle was absolutely something else. I enjoyed it from start to finish. It was absolutely carnage in there. Did you have any near scrapes in that midfield? Because it was hard to keep up sometimes.
There was a few. Yeah. I think on the second restart, I lost it a little bit on the second Lesmo. Asdog went past me, and I ran wide, got sideways, and just saved it just as Timmy was going past me. That could have been a disaster. But yeah, there was so many close calls, and yeah, back and forth. Like I caught your commentary just then. You know, you said it's the quickest track, so there's so much slipstream in DRS. It was a great battle, and yeah, I'm happy to come out with third. So.
And do you feel if you got that wing change, you perhaps might have been celebrating a victory?
Yes. On reflection, yeah, because I came out still ahead of Steve, or just behind him after the first round of pit stops, under the first safety car, and because they didn't change the wing, I went back in the next lap. So obviously I fell to the back of the field. So yeah, on reflection, yeah, thinking about it, I might have been challenging for the victory there, but well, I'll take third.
Oh my goodness, I gotta say, I think I'll be happy just to survive that race. That was absolutely incredible stuff. And
it was survival, mate.
It was survival of the fittest, and I gotta say, the first five was absolutely fantastic today with no penalties around here. It was incredible stuff, an incredible effort indeed. Just before we go, Mitchell has just said, good race, love that sprint there, jumped up to second there. So I think that was Sprint's best finish of IRC, and an absolutely incredible drive from Sprint as well. Really good stuff.
First podium.
It was definitely his first. Yeah, it was his first podium as well, and it was his best result of RC, and his first podium as well. That was a fantastic drive from Sprint. It was looking all bleak, wasn't it, until that final safety car came out? My goodness me, we can also thank Sven for that final safety car. My goodness gracious me. Maybe a bit of Singapore, wasn't it, Fizzy? With the Alonso thing. Anyway, we'll be back in a... No problem, cheers pal. We'll be back in a week's time as... That was great to speak to Fizzy because he was absolutely on cloud nine, and I've got to say I'm on cloud nine. I've just watched that. That was brilliant. We'll be back in a week's time now for the Singapore Grand Prix. That is the longest race of the season now in terms of time. Now that's going to be nudging an hour, and that's even without safety cars or weather permitting as well. That's going to be an endurance race. This is Fast and Furious. My goodness me. Yeah, join us for Elite on Wednesday night at 7:30, and of course there on Thursday night is Super. From now, it's goodbye. See you in Singapore.